Yeah. Represent. We gonna take it all the way to DC, like football. Let's keep going.
I was gonna hit that move. What you was gonna say about racing? We'll take it right back to my home.
Right to bed.
Ooh.
Take it to the streets. Just go to bed. Yeah.
Hi. Hey, I'm just gonna go walk.
Hey, how you doing?
The march has not started yet, you guys. People are arriving to get ready. We heard Reverend Jesse Jackson is actually going to march. Look at this van. I'm gonna go ask him what it's for. And then you've got the basketball, the hoop bus. Cool that is. You guys, I haven't set up my gear yet, so I apologize that it's dark. But let's see. I'm gonna ask.
You're talking logistics in a moment up there.
Oh, thank you. Let's see. What is this van? It's amazing.
We're Revolutionary Beats. We travel with them.
Can I turn the light on? It's so bright.
It's okay. What? Sorry.
No, you're fine. You can take a picture of it. Oh, sorry. Here. I think it's
live.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. How we're RBs. So we travel around the country and support local wars or local community events and big sound. We're mobile sound systems. So we have like
Oh,
a
really?
DJ set up in here.
Wow.
Speakers on top, and we coordinate events either focused around the LM movement or just any kind of like we did like some food sovereignty events recently. We did a little basketball event with us.
Nice. Where can people find more information? Oh, perfect. Okay, you guys, can we get a screenshot of that, please? And then if one of the mods can pin it in the chat. This is amazing.
Yeah, this is our Instagram handle right here.
That's an Instagram handle. Where did you guys travel from to get here tonight?
Tonight, we're most recently coming from Chicago. We're traveling all the way from Los Angeles.
Wow, badass.
Been on the road for like 3 months now. We came out for the Millionaire March in DC last month. And then...
So cool.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna go to the huddle?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, you guys, we're going to the huddle. Let's get ready. That is so cool, you guys. Okay. Because this march is 36 miles. We start at 1:30 Central Time, and we end tomorrow at 6 p.m. Got the ACLU.
Conversation with a little
Hey.
special
You
someone.
know Katie?
What's up? I do. Obviously.
All good?
All good.
Oh, I should take this light off. Hold on. Do you want to tell them about your
People on the bus are coming up.
what's Raw Topic?
Topic?
Yes.
Raw Topic is a live stream show. We talk about everything from today. We actually talked about substance abuse. I had a female by the name of Nikki on.
Oh, they're gonna start talking. Hold on. It's a great.
Planning to drive a car throughout the night. Yes? Okay, so we have a lot of like Gatorade, snacks inside, people have room in their trunk. So we have like take some and load it up.
Yeah, take some stuff.
And we're gonna load some stuff up in the RV. And this car too. So sorry, you can raise your hand again if you have a car and you can put some stuff in it.
I could speak for the bus too. They'll definitely have some space, yeah.
Sorry, we're gonna answer the questions about tonight. I'm gonna keep my light off so I'm not blasting them.
These people have cars. If we can all just come like one by one, like take food and take Gatorade from inside there and sort of put it in trunks. So we can just kind of have each trunk have like some drinks and some food so that when we stop at different stops, Or if someone needs something while we're walking, they can just come up to a car and it'll be super easy. So
From inside
follow
the bed?
me.
Okay.
Whoever parked their car in the grass over here, that has to come up.
Anything else you want to say? Anything else you should coordinate aside from start?
It's up to you. We're not starting from walking here. We're walking from where's the starting point? Green Bay Road. So for those of you who are caravanning, we can go together over there. But for those of you who are getting in somebody else's cars, yes, you can leave your car. If you're riding with somebody else over to the municipal.
Yeah, you can also park your car at 7-Eleven.
On Green Bay Road? Way, it's far. It ain't no good.
Okay, so we have kind of coordinating, getting ready to start. The march officially kicks off at 1:30 a.m. and it ends tomorrow at 6 p.m.
So we need help bringing water down the street.
So I am planning on marching all the way until 6 p.m. tomorrow.
Right there, right in the back here, you guys. Thank you.
Sorry, it's a little dark right now because I didn't want to put a light on. Are we going to the meeting point now?
Right now, they are trying to get all the supplies loaded to the cars that are going to be part of the caravan.
God.
That's what they're trying to do right now.
I'm driving up to Green Bay.
So do we need to bring the car around the corner?
Trying to see if they're ready for us to do that, or they just want to get the supplies out first. What's up, man? How you doing?
It's got the hug blanket they handed out last time at the Rally for Justice.
We're just getting the water stuff out.
Yeah, and putting it in vehicles. And then we're going to move it all to Green Bay Road. And then, like, say if somebody get dehydrated, we have some emergency.
My question, when do the vehicles start coming up? When you want the vehicles to start lining up? If I bring the car up and start loading. We got book bags full of shit. All right, well, I'll just bring my car up.
Okay, we're gonna go bring the car around. And then you guys, there's also a hoops. I have to learn more about it. I was just learning about it when they showed up, so I'm super curious about the organization.
I'm gonna go get the car.
Okay.
In that alley
I'm gonna
there.
come with you, and so that I can introduce you. There's the ACLU. This is motor. Here's this van again, you guys. Look at this. So, oh, right, here we go, you guys. Hoop for Hope. And so, if one of the mods could write this down and then pin this as well. So you have hashtag Hoop for Hope and at the Hoop Bus. And you can go learn more about what they are doing. And so from what I understand is that they are bringing basketball and using that to unite people. And look, you've got the basketball hoop, and that's amazing. All right, so the march doesn't start until 1:30. I already have the hot hands or hot feet on my feet at Hot Hands because I think it's in the 30s right now. So I'm sorry, I have the camera on myself so that I don't give away any license plates while I get in the car. We're just going right around the corner to load it with some waters and Gatorades. Hoo, hoo, hoo. All right, now tell everybody. Can I turn this light on?
That one?
Yes. Where can?
So my name is Hameen Tiger Phillips. You can find me on Facebook on Hot Topic, and I am doing the walk from Kenosha to Milwaukee today. And check out Raw Topic.
What are your handles?
I'm on Facebook,
Yes.
facebook.com/Raw Topic. and my group is Raw Topic Live.
Okay, that's Raw Topic, RAW, and then Topic, you guys.
TOPIC.
So I think mods will have to add that with the hoop and the music. And you're local.
Yeah, I'm from Racine, but I shoot out of my studio in Milwaukee.
I just put my seatbelt on to go around the corner. It's okay.
Yeah, you're a real stickler with your seatbelt.
And that's the beep. It's the beeping. Okay. So we were in Kenosha, Wisconsin. It was super cool. I got to see some of the organizers of this event, which I met last time I was in Kenosha at a mutual aid event at the Family Dollar. So this event, you guys, I'm super excited about. I think it's for a really great cause. It's well organized. It is bringing together a lot of different communities and organizations. So it looks like, as you can see, they're starting to divide. Oh,
My first name is Hamin, Hamin, Tiger, Tiger, Phillips. That's my profile, and then my page is Raw Topic. The group is Raw Topic Live.
oops. 39 degrees. Okay, so it's not as cold as I thought. You guys, these are my shoes. I'm gonna walk till 6 p.m. tomorrow in these shoes, but I think it's worth it. I'm super excited for just getting to meet different people, hear their stories. Hey, Kathy, how's it going?
We got whatever you can fit in back here.
What's up, AJ?
Hey, Daryl.
How you doing, man? Remember the interview? Raw Topic?
Hold on. I'm gonna get some. You guys, so we're driving around the corner. This was the first meetup spot to then start marching. And I'm told Reverend Jesse Jackson is going to lead and kick off the march with us, which is super exciting. Beeping. Perfect.
There you go. There you go.
Nice. Look at that. So where are the these coming from? Is this donated?
I believe so. Alvin with the collective. Sorry, collective barbershop. I didn't know on the camera. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, I didn't even know. But yeah, it's with the collective. I think they donated everything.
Whoops. That's awesome. You guys, look at this. They're loading up as many vehicles with snacks along the way.
Fully loaded.
That's all we needed. And,
All right.
Here's the car, you guys. Social. Oh.
All drivers, please come on
Some
in.
Catholic-
Meet me by this bright ass light. Please. If you're not a driver, go somewhere else. Thank you. That is time.
12 at night.
Morning.
Inside. All right. If you hear
Like it's so cold and it's going for so long. I'm happy to have a
It's
car.
starting to feel pretty good now. It's actually like not as cold as I
All
thought
drivers, all drivers, check it out. We have not only KPD, Racine, Sheriff Department, we've got Oak Creek, we got Cudahy. They will be in front of you guys and in the back rear. You will be following them. You're gonna keep a little distance off of you, about 25 meters off of the Sheriff's Department, and then the crowd will keep about 15 meters off of y'all. So we only need 3 vehicles to 6 vehicles, but you in lines of 3. It's only a 2-lane road. So you're gonna be next to each other, tight, okay? And then in the rear, you're gonna do the same. When we get to Racine, they're going to have cones because that's gonna be rush hour traffic, okay? And we need to understand this. When they have the cones, the vehicles will stay on the road, the crowd will go in between the cones so we can try to make sure the traffic can still get through because we're not trying to make people be late for work as well. We've already coordinated with the law enforcement and everybody else. The thing when we're talking about unity, it ain't just us, it's everyone. We're talking about uniting and bridging the gap between Kenosha, Racine, and Milwaukee. We're talking about actually working together, something that hasn't been done before. Okay, so we need to make sure that our vehicles have on their blinkers the whole time. I want hazardous lights on at all times. All right, if you see me put my hand up, because I'll be the first one walking, right? If you see me put my hands up and I stop and you notice in your rear view, then you stop. The rear vehicles, make sure that you're paying attention because I don't want you hitting nobody in the back. All right, everybody, take my number down. If there's an emergency, I want you to call. All right? This is off camera. Well,
Yeah.
I don't care. 262
No, la la la.
595.
La la la.
Everybody gonna know it anyway.
Yeah.
262-595-5261.
Oh, too late.
If there's an emergency, you make sure you text or call me. If you text me, I'm gonna be on live the whole time anyway too. So if you see something, talk. Text it. Say it. Get to Gregory Bennett Jr., Piece of the Streets. It'll be live the whole time too. Make sure that you communicate. We'll have radios. We've got people out there looking out for us, but we need to be our eyes and ears as well. Okay? We all need to be safe. Safety first. If you see an unsafe act, what do? Hand up, stop. That way we pick up our battle buddies.
For the cars, you guys, although we have the police monitoring us from place to place, you are part of our security, right? So if you see something, you're in a vehicle we can't see because we're at a lower level, let's go with a hard horn tap. If you see something that's way out of pocket, a way you think can be harmful to the body of what we're trying to do, we need a hard horn tap. If it's something critical we need to know about right away, or those that are in back, the flash of the light. So we're alerted to what's going on and then call Greg right away. That's the best way. The cop car is going to come and go, and honestly, we would catch more criminals if we had better people that were better alerted to wear suits. So you are our security in that matter. You're behind and you're in front. So y'all can see things that we can't see before we can see it. So you just got to be mindful. It's a long ride. So I hope all our drivers are going to be able to take the breaks with us, get coffee, stand up, smack your face, that kind of thing. I mean, you're close in proximity to vehicles. We do construction of homes, we know OSHA rules. So there's a lot of moving parts in there, so we just need everybody that's driving to be extremely alert.
Let's fix this now. Every driver, raise your hand.
Right,
Now, where is your battle buddy that you're driving with?
right, there you go. Partner up right now.
I need you to have a secondary person. Get your secondary person next to you.
Love how organized this is.
They're on the bus. You got a
That's Jacob Blake's
secondary.
uncle, right?
Everybody got a
That's Jacob
secondary.
Blake's
Give me a
uncle,
thumbs
right?
up.
Yep.
All right.
You do not have a secondary? You need a secondary?
Because we're marching from
You're not
Kenosha,
comfortable with anybody
Wisconsin
else
to
riding
Milwaukee.
with you. All right, stay in the
Yeah.
rear. All right, that's easy. The
I have
thing is,
radios.
if we don't trust
You do?
each other, how are we going to trust everybody else? We have to unite. Unity means actually stepping outside of your comfort zone. All right? We're going to give you another briefing when we get to Green Bay Road. So it's gonna seem like we doing this twice because we are.
That's right.
All right. Go ahead. If you are driving the whole way, get some water, get some snacks, get the stuff in your vehicle. So just in case the walk angels aren't there, we got our own 6. Okay? That means we got our own back. Thank you.
Also, do a tire check. Kick your tires. I'll get somebody standing back to make your brake lights are working. Check your left and right, that kind of stuff. Do a tire kick, please. Thank you.
Question, y'all, real quick.
Yes.
Randy.
So when we come to the intersection, we ain't got to worry about that because the police are blocking those off first.
Correct. Correct. If they are not
We got
present,
Katie. She's gonna be helping me get on.
we'll
I'm gonna
make
need another
sure
driver because I want to
that
do
we
some live
hold the
streaming
halt
too.
sign,
Would
and
you
we've got
be
other
willing to
teams
help
that'll
us
make
with
sure
doing
that
some
that's being
driving
happening.
at some point?
All right.
Anybody got any questions?
Well, not your car, bro.
Going out right now with the cars?
Driver?
And my, they shot my
Here, double up with your partner. Side by side as we go.
And the bus is going to be in the rear, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
But as we go to
That
Green
way I
Bay
can do some
Road,
live streaming
we
as
still
well.
got a half
She wanna do
hour.
some streaming too.
No, we got about 10 minutes before we leave from here to Green Bay Road.
Got it.
And then we're going to end up letting everybody come there, hand you out the backpacks.
Cool.
All
That way we
backpacks
got 3
have
people alternate
ponchos,
driving.
foot powder. They have a flashlight in it for every marcher. Okay. They also
this is
have
Randy J, by the way.
insoles. They have 2 small
was real
Gatorades,
famous
1
on
big
our
Gatorade,
Tulsa
2 waters,
video.
snacks, chips. Everything. So
We got like
I wanna make
14,000
sure that
views
you
with that
see
video.
my white vehicle at the Green Bay Road,
I seen
so
that.
I can give y'all all backpacks. All right.
I know,
We'll be
but you
good.
got out
We'll
of
get
it.
another brief. Okay.
And I turned to walk. I'm like,
I don't know how you got
We're
out
in,
of
you're not going to shoot me. I'm going to leave free to go, right? Then they grab my hand.
hold on.
it. Get out of that.
Hey, how's it
Hey,
going?
sweetie, how you doing?
Good. Hey, I just want to say I have some amazing photos of you from the event when did you speak or was it just Jacob Blake Senior? I think with the flags in front of the courthouse in Kenosha.
That was us.
Yeah, no, I know it was you, but I have
Yeah.
photos of you that I want to get to you.
Please, yeah.
Yeah.
How do you send them? How will we get them?
If you, when I'm live right now, so I'll get your email. I'm marching until 6 p.m. tomorrow.
You're
yeah,
good.
yeah,
You're
we're good. We're good.
See you.
Yeah, we'll see
Trust
you.
it. We'll see each other.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
No,
We
thank you.
appreciate
It's so
the extra
organized.
because
I
it makes
love
it great.
this.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Appreciate it. What time is it?
Okay, so the march doesn't start until 1:30 a.m. Central Time, and then it goes till 6 p.m. tomorrow night. We're in Kenosha. We're in Kenosha, Wisconsin, and we are marching to Milwaukee. And I'm so excited, you guys. It's been a while since I've been to like a super organized event like this. I mean, there's tons of organized events, but I mean one where it's going to be it's gonna, I mean, marching for 36 miles, I mean, that is a new challenge, and I'm super excited to hear the stories of people along the way, and so getting ready. So what is going to happen is we're going to go actually to a second location close by here and get ready to start the march. And for those that are just logging on, you heard some of the organizers say that the police are actually they've coordinated with them. They will be blocking off the roads and kind of keeping the roadways safe so that people can march safely. It's 36 miles from Kenosha, Wisconsin to Milwaukee. You have, we've heard Reverend Jesse Jackson is going to start the march. We've got the basketball hoop crew here, which I think the mods, we're trying to collect the information on all the organizations that are here. If you're watching this on a restream, you're watching KDKD.live on Facebook. Sorry. I'm just holding my phone right now. I gotta get all my gear together. So that's why it's so dark. Sorry about that. But right over there, the man with the flag, that's Jacob Blake's uncle. Heard his family speak in Kenosha. That was super powerful. I'm gonna get to truly test my battery pack capacity. My external battery can recharge my phone 5 times. So let's make sure, I'm super curious to see if my battery's gonna go all the way until 6 p.m. tomorrow night. And my feet, I hope my feet go.
Like walking? We're gonna be walking? Yeah, one of us driving on and
Here, I'm gonna, I have, two, I have,
I think mine's right there, so I'm pretty close.
so people are just kind of hanging out, chatting, getting ready to start here. I'm not sure what time it is, actually. Hold on. Oh, T-minus 30 minutes, and the march is gonna start. But we are moving to a second location nearby before we get.
Okay. Oh, the bases, man. Okay.
Okay, no. I don't know. So, why does your video have 14,000 hits? What?
Well, it was my. It was.
Oh, it was your video.
Our topic is called Tosa.
Tosa.
Is what the thumbnail says, and the video is just called "Protesters Dispersed Chatting with Local Streamers." Is the title.
Got it.
And Randy J was the star of that video.
Yeah.
And everybody wanted to know what was his handle. And did you get it?
So what made you the star of that video?
Talk to him.
No idea. What's your phone number, bro?
Oh, was it the nails?
Let me get to you.
Those are
Okay.
amazing.
No, let me
It was
get
the
you.
nails. It was the nails. Look at those nails. Wait. Okay, what's your handle? How can people find you?
Just go to Randy J on Facebook. Randy J.
Randy J with a Y.
I'm trying to be found something, but not. So, you know what I mean?
But the car's getting ready. We got a motor home. We have this amazing, you guys look at this Sprinter van. It's called @r.beats. They travel around the country. They originate out of LA, and they are going to be bringing music to the march today. There we go. We have the Hoop bus. I'm excited to talk to them on the march, learn more. Here's their Hoop for Hope. Build courts, not walls. Here we go. Spread love. Look at this. I do not own the rights to this music. I'm sorry. Wow. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I do not own the rights to music. How's it going? Hi.
How are you?
Did you come with the bus?
Yeah, I'm the driver.
You're the driver. Okay, I'm a live streamer from Seattle.
Awesome.
Can you tell me, like, this looks amazing, and so we're super curious what it is.
The Hoop Bus. We travel all across the country, spread love through basketball. So we did LA to DC for the March on Washington. Now we're doing DC and doing what we can to make an impact and amplify the movement. We heard about this. I woke up this morning to text about this, so we started planning for it. We're excited. It's going to be challenging, but I think that's what we're in it for, is to take that challenge and persevere through it and do it as a team. So we're excited for this. And the hoops on both sides of the bus, and usually we stop and pull off and either shoot on the move, or we stop and allow people to play basketball as a form of protest and kind of inserting and injecting sport and art and music here with our beats. They travel with us a lot of the way too. And inject that in the movement and figure out more ways to get people involved and have people understand that it's not just getting out in the streets and it's not just being in protests in the way that you might think, you're not basic, but what you think of immediately, think of protests in the streets, but there's also other ways to do it. We show up there in the streets too, and we show up all over wherever we can.
Wow, that's fantastic. I was on a march in Kenosha, I think back in August, and there was a girl that was actually marching the entire way with a basketball hoop.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna be. That's Stefania.
Yes.
That's right of the.
Okay, yeah. So I interviewed her on the march, and I just was like, wow, that's incredible. And so just bringing.
Same spirit we do.
Yeah, it's
She's
amazing.
played in Venice Fall, which is where the hoop bus was born out of in Venice Beach. So we're
in Venice Beach.
Yeah, Venice
okay.
Beach. Yeah. So we're all not all from LA, but the bus is born out of LA, and we all live in LA currently. So
fantastic.
For the most part, we have some people that we've kind of picked up along the way too. A couple people one person from Rochester. We have the Our Beats crew with us. And
cool.
We're all from all over the country and all over the world. So
wow,
we're together to make this
fantastic.
happen.
Do you guys sleep in the bus too?
Sometimes, yeah. This is
that's amazing.
With Our Beats. And so yeah, I mean, sometimes we sleep on the road, but we do a little bit of sleeping and trading off as we go today. But I'll be doing most of the driving. You know, every once in a while we try to get a hotel just so we have a shower and somewhere to charge.
Overrated.
We have a video
That's
team
good.
with us too, sometimes we need to charge up.
Yeah.
And so we have that available also. But,
cool.
Yeah, we're excited for the week.
Well, it hasn't even started. I think that's
started.
So we'll all be together till 6 p.m. tomorrow. And so my mods, we've got your hashtags and everything on the side. They've pinned it. Is there anything else where people can find you?
The best place on Instagram is @thehoopbus. I see a drone flying in the air. Yeah, that's the best place to find us is @thehoopbus. That's where we post a lot of our information. That's where we post a lot of our content. And then hoopbus.com is another place
okay.
people can go. So
perfect.
That's like on the thing.
Awesome. And there's ways to donate and stuff on there?
Yeah.
Cool.
If you go to hoopbus.com, there's an option on there to donate. We obviously that's part of how we run. It's a people's bus. It's what keeps us on the road. And a lot of the money that's been flowing into this nonprofit, we are as a nonprofit, 501c3, is from the people. So that's something we really take pride in, and we're extremely grateful for.
That's amazing. Yeah. We'll all see more of you.
Awesome.
Nice to meet you. I'm Katie.
Nice to meet you, Katie. I'm Joey.
That was Joey, you guys. He's the driver of the hoop bus that shows up at different protests, and it's a way of expressing different forms of protesting. Oh, we've got the drone. It would not be a march, rally, or protest without a drone. Okay, 5 minutes for leaving. Look at that. We got one. I got a mask. Oh. Do you have your hot hands? Ooh, look at that gimbal. Guys, look at this.
It's gonna be a process.
Do you want me to drive while you do that?
Oh, we're gonna leave now?
We're leaving in 5 minutes. Do we have an extra seat? Because there's some people that they just said anybody that. I know that's all the food.
Seat. I got the backpack right there.
Ah! Oh my goodness. You guys, sorry. I was trying to turn the light off.
This is always a process.
What type of... Oh, it's a Joby.
It's a Joby gimbal, but I use wireless Rode mics, so I gotta set all that up and then...
Do you want me to drive while you set this up?
Yeah, once we start, we gotta...
We're leaving, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Test my driving skills.
Okay.
Oh, thanks, Olivia. Harry, do you want to switch?
Yeah, let me just put this up real quick.
We need these loaded up somewhere. Can we get 2 males to help them females carry that to the bus? Over there. Thank you. Going on the who bus? All right, where we at? You want to pull up there? Oh, okay. Okay. You got more stuff? Y'all break my stuff. Buy me another one. Walmart, $12.99.
All right, looks like the cars are starting to move. So, let me. Here, if you just
drive?
Yeah, you can. Oh, so much better. No noise. Oh, there's a book bus. There you go. I'll let you hold that somewhere or set it out the window. Just kidding. You can just set it down somewhere.
Aren't you live?
Yeah. Or that way or something.
Like, how do you set it without?
I don't know. I have to get my Jovial.
Can you do it like?
Yeah, there you go. How come it won't go out of park?
All right.
Is the car not on?
It's not on.
Okay.
Press the brake and press the start button.
I promise I've driven before.
Okay, wait.
My
Undo the
foot's still on the
emergency
brake.
brake.
All right.
What was that calling?
Let's do this. I'm so excited.
This is like a bigger turnout than I thought.
This is. Oh, this car is so excited to get there.
Jeez, I can't.
Okay, you go in front of
Why
us.
is everybody like trying to get around?
Guys, so we're how far is the street that we're going to?
You know, Green Bay Road.
Yeah.
It's a stretch.
Like over like a few
It's one of the main
miles?
streets. It can.
I mean, how many?
Wait, what did they say?
They're saying pull up.
All right. So, okay.
There you go. Come on.
But is this a few miles? Like how far is this where we're going? Our first
Well,
stop?
I thought we were going to 7-Eleven first, right?
Where is that 7-Eleven?
I don't know where it is, but they said Green Bay Road, so about 5 miles from here.
You guys, we're in Kenosha, Wisconsin, and starting at 1:30 is the march from Kenosha, Wisconsin to Milwaukee. It's 36 miles. We're going to arrive tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Central Time. We just were at the first meeting spot. We're getting in cars right now and in a line. And we're going to the first meeting point. The march starts at 1:30 a.m. Central Time. I heard that Reverend Jesse Jackson is going to be kicking it off. And then we will. So once we get to the starting point, I'm gonna be out marching with everyone. And I'm planning, you guys, on marching until 6 p.m. tomorrow. It'll be interesting because my toes are already cold. It's in the 30s, but I think that I'm really excited about this event. It's super organized. It's people from different entities are coming together. You've got a group from LA here that have a school bus that's ahead of us that is bringing basketball as a form of protest and bringing people together that way. There's the music truck that I'm going to forget their name, but I will get better. By 6 p.m. tomorrow, I'll have all of these names down. The organizations in Kenosha are amazing. I got to help out at some of them last time when I was in Kenosha, the mutual aid events. And what's interesting about this event is so organized that the police and the sheriff's department will also be kind of holding the line for the protesters to be able to safely march from Kenosha to Milwaukee. And honestly, like, that excites me a lot because I've been doing this since George Floyd. I lived in the autonomous zone in Seattle. I've been in Portland. I've been in LA, Louisville, Dallas, and now Milwaukee. And this is the first event that I've been to, you guys, where I feel there is unity between both sides coming to the table. And the organizers, one of them that spoke earlier, one of them is Jacob Blake's uncle, and they kind of help, you know, they outlined how this is going to work. And I think that that's really great. The conversations have to start somewhere, and the fact that the organizers approached the police to make sure the protesters could stay safe while they marched, and they are working together to keep the streets safe. I think that's a step in the right direction. So I'm super excited. And along the way, it sounds like about every 5 to 6 miles, we're going to stop at rest stops. Got a local live stream in here.
The house.
Right there.
So we're starting to gather for the march from Kenosha to Milwaukee. So we're following the caravan right now. We're going to meet at our first stop where the walk will commence.
You're looking.
And yeah, you guys, we are doing this. We have a very organized protest. Jesse Jackson is actually going to be part of this walk. Jesse Jackson is going to be walking with us. We have the Bucks players. Some of the Bucks players are supposed to meet us in Milwaukee.
Wait, who's that?
Huh?
Who's that?
The Bucks players?
Yeah.
I don't know the names. I don't know which ones.
No, what is that? What
the
sport?
Bucks?
Yeah.
Oh, that's basketball.
It's
NBA.
basketball. Sorry.
The Bucks, Milwaukee Bucks.
Making sure
we have a traveling basketball team called Hoop
for Hope. Sorry. Okay, if my mods, what is it called again?
This is Katie Live. What's your handle? Katie.live on Facebook, right?
Yes.
So yeah, this is Katie.live. She is going to be helping me doing some of the driving and all that good stuff, so that we can both have a chance to live stream. So check her out on Facebook. She's very huge streamer. She's got a lot of.
I'm not that big. I'm 5'7".
Well, you're on Twitch. You're on everything.
Just kidding.
Yeah, she's cool though. So check her out.
Yeah.
Katie.live on Facebook. She's gonna be helping me do this thing.
And the back of the trunk is full of snacks that have been donated. Mm-hmm. So we've got granola bars, chips, water, and then there's also what they're calling angels along the way that
every 5 miles.
Every 5 miles that are going to have snacks and food. And I don't know, I like the energy is amazing, you guys. I'm super excited. It
is a huge turnout.
June, July, August, September, October.
Didn't the turnout surprise you?
It has been 6 months.
The turnout is kind of huge.
It is. It hasn't even started.
We're just sitting here. People showing up.
Yeah.
More than I thought. So
I'd love to see just more events like this where you have different groups coming together.
Tanya, McLean, her events I've been going to have been really very planned out. Like, were you here for the 24-hour Kenosha rally? She was one of the organizers for that. That was a really nice one.
Yeah, they did music and stuff.
Music and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Let's go get some snack. Who is that? Yeah. Francis? Yeah. So my truck is loaded with water and snacks for people to have snacks every 5 miles or so when they get hungry and tired. So we're carrying some of those supplies. Mm-hmm. And you guys.
Nice.
So right now,
as the march starts at 1:30.
Here's a caravan. We got the bus. That's a basketball hoop on that bus. Check it out. That's a basketball hoop on that bus.
I think I can actually now say with accuracy, there will not be tires slashed at this event.
Who's slashing tires?
I
heard of something about some kind of.
The police love to slash them in Portland. Tires. It's like a hobby at this point. I don't know. So I always get nervous for people that volunteer their cars for brigades and whatnot. I was like, ooh. But
What's up, Francis? Thanks for your support. For sure, man. Everybody got to stay hydrated. Everybody's going to stay healthy.
All right.
This looks so far like it's going to be a pretty organized thing. They're supposed to have cones set up for us towards Racine. I think law enforcement is supposed to be in the front and in the back. So law enforcement is supposed to be part of this as well, helping us out. So far, so good, you guys.
And it sounds like there's going to be marchers, and then, did they say 2 cars side by side and then marchers? Or was it?
Something like that.
We're going to the first stop, you guys, to start the march.
Yeah.
Which is,
Yo.
Hey, what's up?
I'm parking my car over there.
Okay. Whoop. Look at that catch. I caught that, you guys, with one hand. Limballer. I'm going to have to give this to you, though, because I'm driving.
Let me see. How did I do that before?
So we're going to the first stop. Everybody's bringing their cars to the first stop. Then we're going to get out and start marching. And you have to put your seatbelt on.
Hold on, you guys. We are very unsituated right now. I'm trying to fix this and figure out how I'm going to do my seatbelt all at the same time.
Got some hot hands. These are going to be my best friends.
Let me find the seatbelt. I literally got one hand to work with here.
So if my mods, I think you guys have already been doing this, is if you can take all of the different organizations, and as we meet them, can you put their handles in the main post so that people can go back and refer to them? So if they want to learn more information about the basketball organization that's going around. Sorry. Here, actually,
Which way are you going, vertical or horizontal?
well, now we're going to just go this way. Sorry, guys.
Okay, you guys. So we are driving
Put
to
you this way.
the meeting, the spot where I guess we're going to leave some of the cars and then commence on the walk.
Oh, could you put the hazards on, please? Cool. Thank you.
So we're doing this, you guys. This is going to be how many miles?
36 miles. People are walking.
So this is a 36-mile walk, and then we're going to be meeting somewhere downtown Milwaukee. Tomorrow, 6 o'clock p.m. we're supposed to get there?
Yes, we are going to arrive, you guys, tomorrow at 6 p.m. So, and it's it's in 30 degrees. Like, not, it's in the 30s. 39, I think they said.
Yep. So it's pretty chilly. You got the warmers. You gave me a pair. What do you call those?
Hand warmers.
Hand warmers. I forgot my gloves at home, but luckily she had the hand warmer, so I'm thinking those are gonna come in handy. Yeah, you guys, we're ready.
You know what? I realized I didn't bring.
See my mic? Is it lit up?
Yes.
Okay, we're good.
I did not think to bring my light.
What light? Your
Like.
Oh, your external.
Yeah, but it was super dark in that.
Yeah. So we're still in Kenosha.
So you guys, while we're driving, for those that are watching, that are in the chat, where's everybody watching from? It's always my favorite.
I don't know how you do that.
I usually don't. You can hold. Normally, oh, I'm sorry.
Here, let me see if I can fix mine so I can hold yours.
There you go. Put it on.
Okay, so I'm double hand streaming. We got Katie.live streaming on her phone right here. I'm gonna hold that for her. And then I got you guys on my other hand.
We're not going very far though.
got to get Katie one of these poles.
A gimbal?
Well, with the pole on it.
Oh, with the pole. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Does it have like a hook there you can rest it?
Yeah. Well, I'm resting it on the ground right now.
I wonder why they wanted to meet at that spot and then the second spot to start.
Where is your gimbal? Don't you got one?
I have a Joby in my camera
Just like
bag.
this one?
Yeah, that's on the floor. I have a, which would
Is it
actually
charged?
we could just put it right here. No, it's the one with like the balls. It looks like a terrible like a.
Oh, it's a different model than this
no,
one?
it's it's not a like a powered gimbal.
Oh.
It's one.
It's a like a
monkey
selfie stick?
one. No.
Oh, you're talking about a Gorilla Pod.
Yeah, it like looks like that, like a sex toy with like different things. I mean, sorry, that's just what
So
it
you
looks
hold
like.
your phone in a sex toy?
No, I'm not saying I just thought it like it's balls. I mean, it's like sets of balls. It's kind of weird.
Okay.
You know
So,
what I'm talking about, right?
I have no clue what she's talking about. But you guys.
It's in my bag down there.
Your equipment is a lot different than mine.
I'm gonna show you.
Oh, now she wants to redeem herself.
Yeah, I am gonna redeem
She's
myself.
like, okay, I gotta
Tell
show
me
him.
what this toy looks.
Oh,
look at this.
That is
it moves around a lot.
Gorilla. I would say.
So here, no, look here. No, like to be fair, you guys, what does that look like? Okay, I am just stating the obvious. I was like, and then it moves and stuff like that. So it does.
So that's what you like. That's like a selfie
Well, the
stick.
thing is, you can like wrap it so it can.
Yeah, that's
secure
pretty cool.
And stuff. But I don't always.
So you don't like gimbals, I take it.
The thing that I don't like about a gimbal is you can be talking to somebody and it's out of focus, and then you want to go refocus it, and it does this like. I don't know. I go back and forth.
So far, it's been a lifesaver for me. But
Yes.
the only problem would be the fact that it needs to be charged, and where you can go all day because you don't have to worry about battery life.
Well, I mean, I definitely want one. It's just like, oh, well, that's like another 100. Oh God, he has COVID.
Man, I can't. I got this little turk in my throat.
Oh my, do you have COVID?
I hope not. Can you give me a test real quick? You still got that swab? You said you just stick it to the brain, right?
I don't have a swab.
Do you know when
to
to
get tested?
When do you stop when you put it up there? When you touch something?
Once it hits the brain.
Oh, that sounds horrific. And you had that test several times?
I get it once a week usually.
Why do you get it so often?
Because I'm out and
Jeez.
about at the protests and whatnot. But most people are masked up, so.
You know, I think this.
I don't recognize.
How do you hook it up to that little stick? I think it'd be easier to actually hold it with that versus me doing this.
I know. So you have to.
All right, you know, we'll just probably wait till we get to 7-Eleven to get ourselves situated. Because I don't want you to get killed trying to. Because I think we're almost there anyway. So I'll just hold it for now. It's just kind of weird holding two devices. Double hand streaming, so you guys, I'm double hand streaming. I'm streaming hers. And then we got this one. Man, this location seems a little further than I thought. So you guys, once we get to the location, we're going to, some people are going to leave their cars there. I guess the owner said it would be okay to leave some cars there. And we're going to have a few cars for the supplies. And the walk should be starting from there. So technically, they say that we should touch down at about 6 p.m. tomorrow downtown Milwaukee if we're on track with the walk. work if you like stuck it inside of here, maybe inside of like this hole, and let it rest against this thing right here. Okay. This is so not safe. All that stuff is all out of whack. Sorry, you guys. We are struggling right now.
Are you guys allowed to be on the phone when you're driving? And
Definitely not. Like you can, like you can't text and drive. And you sure can't stream and drive. Like,
oh my gosh, I'm so
but
excited
officer,
for
I wasn't
snacks.
texting. I was streaming and driving.
Guys, we're almost there, and then we're gonna start marching. Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Katie is ready, you guys.
I am ready. I don't know. I'm so excited. I mean, because I get to eat and walk, and then I get to talk to like really interesting people and hear their stories and
tell them
support.
The shoes you have to walk in for 40 miles.
Hey,
she did not bring her walking shoes, you guys. She didn't bring her New Balances, her Brooks. She is gonna do this in heels, high heels. Okay,
Yeah, that's a lie.
That's a soldier right there.
No, I've got Adidas, but they're flat. They're like Converse.
How long do you really? I mean, let's estimate. Technically, do you think you can really go 10 miles in the flat shoes before you start feeling something?
When I first got to Milwaukee, when they announced that they weren't going to be charging the officer and they started marching, I think they only went 5 miles, and I was like, "Oh, where are we going?"
You started feeling something at 5 miles?
Yeah, I was like, "Are we done? Are we there yet?" And
struggle. It's gonna be tough.
what I'm more worried about is my left foot. My toes are already frozen.
Still?
Yeah.
Throw a warmer pack up in there.
There is a warmer back in there.
Did you double sock?
So I tried to double sock earlier, and then I was losing feeling in my foot, so I thought that's not a good idea.
Guys, this girl is gonna get amputated by the time we get to Milwaukee. Gangrene will set in by the time we get there. Which I bet any money she would rather cut her foot off than not make it to Milwaukee. She'd be like The Walking Dead, just cut it off.
No, so I'm from Seattle, and we have an event every year called the STP, Seattle to Portland, and it's a bike ride that people do from Seattle to Portland, and it's about a 2.5-hour drive from Seattle to Portland. So what is that? However many miles? 100 miles. So I would call this similar, like the equivalent, because this is on foot and it's walking. But so I think that you know, this I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah, this is gonna be. So our plan is we're supposed to be trading off driving and taking turns streaming and driving, and somebody gets to walk. The lucky person gets to walk, whoever that may be. And then I talked to a third guy who might be willing to drive. I don't know where the hell he is right now.
Hold this for me for a second, please. Oh, we're at the 7-Eleven. Yay! Or just these.
Is that 7-Eleven? Oh, it's like the heck is that? A BP 7-Eleven?
Maybe I'm gonna add another set of toe packs.
Now, what the heck is a toe pack?
The toe
I've
warmers.
never heard of a. Really?
I wear them when I go skiing.
What do you do? Just put them on?
They're sticky. They're flat and they're sticky, and you put them on the bottom of your socks.
On the bottom of a sock, not on the top of the foot?
Oh, I guess I could do that.
Yeah, because that's where it's cold, right?
Good idea. I'm gonna put them on the bottom and the top. You are so clever. Do you want a pair?
Not yet. I think my feet are straight right now.
Alright, show them where we're going. We're here.
Oh, everybody is starting to congregate, you guys.
I think one of the things that I'm really excited about for this is that this is going to be challenging.
I'm double streaming you guys.
This is going to test.
Yeah, this is going to test people's protest ability.
And I'm so.
Like if you're a professional protester, like a lot of people claim to be, this right here will let you know if you got it or don't got it.
So look, wait, hold on. They've got the window. No.
Okay. They're just letting everybody know, like,
Well,
this
I
is
think
it.
that
We're
they
here.
want people that are not.
Yeah, just get behind the bus for now, because I know the bus
But the
is
bus
going.
is going in the back.
Oh, the bus ain't coming? I thought the bus was coming, right? This bus right here? All right, you guys. So, everybody is starting to get here. Check out that. That is dope. That is like, that's dope. What's up, Vaughn? How you doing, man?
Is that?
Oh, okay, all right. So that's Vaughn out of Milwaukee
Oh my gosh.
doing his
I
thing,
love
chilling.
your hair. That is so beautiful. Got me.
Okay. Now, you guys bear.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. You guys bear with us, like we are trying to figure this out.
Look at that basketball just like drops out of there. That's so cool.
This bus has a basketball on it. You know what? You might
Hold on,
step
guys. I
out
have
real
to.
quick.
Oh, go for it. I have to put the
You stepping out?
Yeah, but the nobody's going anywhere, right?
I just want to step out and take a.
Yeah, go for it. You guys, I'm putting my phone in my in its little device, so bear with me. Oh my gosh, I really. Hold on, you guys. Got to get it all straightened up. I don't have my. It's so cool. Is it?
Hot air balloons, you guys.
Is the stream frozen?
Let's go.
Oh, you did it. It's, hold on. We're moving the car. What is beeping? Oh, hold on. Hey. You guys left the car with the key fob. That's what the beeping is. Right. Oh my god, that's
Seattle area.
Hey.
I just felt we need to breeze things out a little bit. You know what I mean? Open
Hey, I
it
saw
up.
you in Chicago yesterday.
Hey, yeah. How you doing,
You're
bro?
doing your thing all night, huh?
Yeah. Keeping it.
Look at your favorite person, you guys. Hey, you left the car with the fob.
Is it running?
Yeah, I need the fob. It's beeping.
Oh.
I got the other two.
Oh man.
Yeah, Scotty was a trip.
Yeah, so you stayed up there like all night?
Sorry, I have to move the car. There we go. Hi, you want to put some in the car?
We're just passing them out. So there's only one of you. There's snacks and stuff in there?
Oh, thank you. Do you want us to hand it out to people on the road? Okay. Oh, she just gave a bag of snacks. Let's see. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure where. There we go. Look at you guys, look at this energy. Everybody's really excited. You guys, I'm gonna pause this stream really quick. I need to get some hashtags that the organizers just sent me that they'd like us to add, so hold on. Okay, sorry. Hey Jenny, I just texted you the hashtags and the page. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Getting ready. I gotta get my mask. Sorry, one second.
Right here. We got one bag right here.
My best friends.
Two up next, buddy. Okay, that's okay. You got more for that. You free. Come here.
Right, interesting. Curious. You got the Kenosha Sheriff's Department talking to one of the organizers here. And so for anybody just joining, the Sheriff's Department and the law enforcement are going to be holding a line, the front and the back of this march.
I wish I could, but we gotta take care of it.
Guys, can we get a screenshot of this, please? This is my in 6 months of being at the protests or covering them. This is the first time I have seen an organizer of a protest directly going over logistics with local law enforcement, which I think this is a great step in the right direction.
Thank you. I was like, the thing, the one with wheels.
Right, so we have.
So where are you going to stage your views? I'll have the first guy stage on Green Bay Road, and then we'll wait out here, and then
No, we got the star.
Shoot a video when you were with the families before the rally for Justice March. And I had tears in my eyes because we used to see you were looking at these felony charges, and then for people to come out and it's one thing to come out and protest, it's another thing when you are literally putting your life on the line and what you're up against. And it was just really it was just so yeah.
A lot of people like that live.
Yeah, that was a great live. Thank you. So you guys, what you just saw was one of the organizers of the event talking with the Kenosha Sheriff's Department, who's going to be holding the line for these marchers so that they can safely protest. We're going 36 miles, you guys. We're going to arrive tomorrow at 6 p.m. And so you're looking, I do not own the rights to this music. Getting ready to
grab that microphone.
Guys, I gotta get I gotta set you guys here for a second while I get my some more layers on.
check. Everybody gather around. Everybody gather around. All right, listen up. Y'all watch out here for Justin Flag. All right, everybody got a backpack? Raise your hand if you don't got a backpack. Ron. You got my piece? Everybody that don't got a backpack, meet at that white Jeep. To my left. White backpack has reflective belts in it, flashlights in it. You need to make sure that reflective belt and that flashlight is on. I need you to take the reflective belt out the front pouch. It's in the front pouch. All right? I need you to make sure that reflective belt is on. Flashlight, you gotta hold it down. That's what you think the city gave it. All right. Look, they helped out. So don't laugh too much.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You ain't purchased no light. Front vehicle, of course, to be the sound vehicle, they're gonna fall in to this front left. All right? You're gonna end up staging right here at the light, then we'll end up getting behind the sheriff's department. You're gonna be shadowing them. You're gonna stay 25 meters off of them, we'll be 15 meters off of you.
Hey, I just had a
Either way,
walk
your
away from
sound
the
system
car.
is booming.
You got the keys
Okay?
right?
The keys
But
are in the
remember
car.
this.
Okay.
Sunlight comes up at 7 a.m. Do not get too loud
I
prior
just
to
wanted
7
to go to the
a.m.
white Jeep to get the.
Same
Where is
time,
that
we're
vehicle?
15 meters off the front vehicles. Our rear vehicles are going to be the basketball
Are you
hoop
cold?
and everybody else.
Wow.
All right? Brandon, you know what you're doing. Vaughn, your team, make sure everything is copacetic. The marchers, if you're marching, I want you to realize this. Ball fist, put your hands up in the air. We're not talking about black power, this means stop. Okay? If we go like this, that means we're getting ready to move again. All right? Our security knows what the signal is if we see something important. Okay? You'll hear a weird sound. It most likely come from me or Justin, but we all got walkie-talkies. Okay. You and my ear. All right? But remember this. It's all fun. But remember this. Foot powder, there's insoles, there's flashlights. You all have 2 Gatorades, small Gatorades, 2 water bottles, and 1 large Gatorade inside your backpacks. And you also have snacks. So I need you to keep your... I'm going to be at a good pace. Make sure you're actually good. You're going to take me on a date to keep whispering about me. Okay? Look.
I don't know where the
Number one thing that we making sure is everybody reflective belt. If you don't have a reflective belt, stay in the center. Stay in the center. Do not be on the shoulder to the left or shoulder to the right. It's pertinent that you pay attention to oncoming traffic. The police officers are out here to help us, but we have to help ourselves. Okay?
Oh my gosh.
Bishop is going to lead us off in prayer, and then we're going to start staging. Understood? Anybody without a backpack?
You need one. Yeah, you need one. Just say I am.
I need one. Oh,
Wow.
thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like they say change for they have snacks in them,
Oh, wow.
and then I
Nice.
think that
All right, check it out, you guys. We got the backpacks.
why did you go to the white Jeep? But I think they're gonna go to I'm gonna try and get a reflector, you guys. It's not the white Jeep, you guys. I don't think it's the white Jeep. Because what?
You know you ain't supposed to be out here.
I don't know you.
She knows she ain't supposed to be out here. You can't come to Milwaukee. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay. That's the wrong car. It's not that car.
Check. All right.
You guys, it's in the back of the car. I was like, it's not the right car.
Okay. So y'all make sure y'all keep everybody.
I don't think it's this car.
No, it's in the.
This has snacks.
It's in a big blue tote.
Wait, it's Elizabeth? Oh my God! How are you? Hi. Oh, hi. How are you?
Oh, good to see you. I'm glad you're out here.
Yeah, are you marching or are you?
I'm driving.
You're driving. Where do you want to leave your car here and drive with us?
Well, I've got 2 people with me, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say
just in case they want to hop in and out.
Oh, it's so fun.
I'm
Good
so
to
glad
see
you're
you.
here.
Oh, I show. Yeah, so they put a bunch of snacks in the car.
Oh,
if you need
cool.
snacks.
Yeah, I got some in mine too. So I got waters and Gatorade.
They sent us all to this white Jeep for the reflectors, but I think it's the wrong white Jeep.
Oh,
yeah.
Are you getting a reflector?
Yes. Getting ready. Oh, let me get the walkie-talkies. Hold on.
You went to Atlanta, right? By yourself. You're gonna stay by yourself, right?
Oh, I see.
All right, and then this. All right. This is your walk.
You guys look at all of these backpacks. They say change for Seville with a hashtag. Seville was killed by Officer Mensa. No, sorry. No, he wasn't. No, that was Antonio Gonzalez, Jay Anderson, and Alvin Cole. Seville. Make sure I get that right. Okay, we're looking for reflectors, you guys. And if my mods could, I think it was a couple days ago, we posted all of the stories, and so if you could put the link in for Seville, or repost those links. I'm not seeing. Oh, you guys look they've got insoles for your shoes. That's so nice, and tissues.
No. They're not.
Guys, we're looking for reflectors.
It's gonna break some low if I mark it up.
Look, they've got flash. You want us to just look in the front pockets?
I mean, if people don't know, I wouldn't touch any stuff.
Let me help.
He told me they were in the front house, right? The front pouch and all of these bags, because some of them don't have them.
Let's see. I don't want to touch all of the bags because of COVID. So. They have this back is full of backpacks.
Okay.
And they've got hand warmers and socks, and then some of them had foot insoles for your shoes. Yeah.
What all did you get?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't look in my backpack.
Oh,
it's in the car.
Oh, you just grabbed a bag.
No, somebody gave it to me when I was driving the car.
But it's supposed to have insoles in it.
No, well, they all seem to have different things.
Okay.
So it's, and if you can remind me, so Seville Smith was killed by the Milwaukee police, and I'm sure it was not Mensa.
You know what?
Because Mensa was Alvin Cole, Antonio Gonzalez, and Jay Anderson Jr. And Seville Smith was Sedan spoke at spoke at the rally.
Right.
And I'm trying to remember. I was telling my mods that you guys have Seville.
Here?
I don't know, but if you look at the hashtag, it says change for Seville. So these are, I'm guessing these are donated on behalf.
On the bag?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
So, I wonder if the Seville family.
That's what I was thinking. Is that they're.
Okay. Yeah.
A lot of those bikes didn't have them.
They
were in the front pouch, so they're not
He was the one shot. He jumped the fence, threw the gun, jumped the fence.
That's right, yeah.
And they still shot him, even though he didn't have a gun.
That's right.
They shot him off the fence.
Yeah, he threw the gun.
He threw the
Yeah,
gun.
and then they
The
still
gun
shot
was far
him.
away,
He
but yet,
jumped up on the fence and then they shot him.
yeah. So that was not cool.
Okay, so you guys, you have the police and the sheriff over here, and they are getting one getting ready to. They will hold the line for the protesters at the front and the back. I think it's. We've got. Pardon? It's the Kenosha Sheriff and then the police, and it was pretty neat. Earlier, one of the leaders was speaking with the police to go over the logistics, and I was saying that in 6 months of doing this on the daily, I have not seen them come to the table like that. I think it's really cool. Looks like there's. They're saying.
That means you need to start stretching, sir. That means you need to start stretching, sir. Right now.
That's Jacob Blake's uncle, you guys. He's saying that anybody that is over 50.
I'm not playing. If you're over 40 or 50, everybody needs to be stretching right now. Well, young people need to stretch too. But our older people need to stretch anymore. I'm dead serious about that. We used to do construction. We were a safety guy. They used to tease us because we used to stretch in the morning. But I went through 27 years.
Do you want to walk first or drive
all kinds
first?
of weather. Stretching makes a difference. 30-some miles ain't easy.
If you want to walk
And
first,
all
I'll
of us ain't in
drive.
the
Ooh, I
best
want
of
that
shape.
light.
Please
Look at that light.
stretch it out.
Look at that gear.
Okay, get in the big circle, please.
Remind me to get the radios out.
Everybody get in the circle, please. Everybody form a circle right here. Nephew's gonna lead us in some stretching.
Did you see that?
Everybody form a circle. Nephew, get right there. Get on your mic. I wanna hear you. Stop where you are. Back up. Let's make a circle around Nephew right here. Please stretch your hands 6 feet apart. Let's get in the circle. We got a young man here. Where you going to school, young man? Valley Tech, and he's going to lead us in stretching. What's your name? Isaiah. Go ahead, Isaiah. Tell me how we're going to stretch. Sit, arms length apart. Arms length apart, please. Arms length better apart. Give everybody space. Everybody at this point should have
I'm going to need all the stretching I can get.
We've got hella hand sanitizer. We encourage everybody to be safe. We're stretching with Nephew now. What do you need to do, Nephew? Go ahead.
This down so I can stretch, you guys.
Okay, here we go. Arm rotation, small circle. Can't do that. We have torn up the cup, but it looks good. Arm circles, small circles. What's next, Nephew? Stretch them out. Now reverse, please. Reverse, reverse. Reverse small circles. All this is going to help you on your journey down the road to justice for little Jake and the encouragement of all our people that are registered to vote to register and then go vote. What's next? Neck rotations to the right. We can do that. Neck rotations to the right. Switch it up. We're going to the left.
I got gloves in the car.
What's next, Nephew? Hip rotations. These are good for those that are past 40 and 50. Them hips ain't what they used to be.
Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself.
All right, reverse, reverse, reverse. Y'all heard that on the dance floor. Down to the middle. Everybody's going down to the middle. Oh my goodness. Yes, sir. All the way down, all the way down. All right, we're going to lean to the right, please. Lean to your right. Yeah, I'm definitely cheating up. He said we cheating. All right, to the other side, to your left, to your left.
This song.
There we go. That's good. What do you got? How about let it go right over left? Right over. Put your right. All right, we got. Oh, nephew said 25. 25 jumping jacks. Y'all ready?
Stop it.
Begin.
No. Oh, yeah.
Hold.
I have to hold this. I can't.
You guys spell Black Lives Matter while you do it, all right?
All right, hold on, you guys. We gotta do jumping jacks.
All right, so if everybody's stretched out, please be safe on our way. Keep your mask on. Keep your eyes up and your head on swivel.
Bishop. Bishop. After Bishop prays, stay put, because then we need the rear vehicles and front vehicles to go, and then we'll stage behind.
Good morning, Kenosha. Good morning, Kenosha. Make some noise, Kenosha. Today is a new day and a new morning. We want everybody to be safe. Practice all the measures we can to ensure our safety and our success. There is a being that is looking on us, that believes in us, that is empowering us and is using us as agents of change. Let's look inward. We ask now for your grace and your mercy, your peace, and your power to be upon us. Give us divine protection and divine strength to make this walk for justice, this walk for peace, this walk for love, this walk for unity. We are your people, and you are ours. In your name we pray. Amen. Let's do it. Let's do it. Here we go. Last prayer. Bishop Malawi Rahim. Bless every soul and body that came out today to support victory and justice for all those around the nation, all the little Jakes around the nation. And we are going to march and wake up everybody in Milwaukee and get them out to vote today. Voting is crucial. Don't believe the hype. Brother Greg's going to take over. Big ups to the red, the black, and the green. Sissies.
All right. One of y'all smell foul. Look. If you don't have a reflector belt, raise your hand. Catch. Wrap that around your wrist. All right? I want you to make sure you get on your phones. I want you to call anybody you know in Racine. Let them know we're coming. And join the train. We're going to bridge the gap between Kenosha, Racine, and Milwaukee. We are the #1 state for incarceration of African American males in the United States. #2 is Minnesota. We're going to break systemic racism. We're going to fight for social justice. And we're going to make sure we educate everybody on voting early. But I need you to understand, this is about safety and unity. This is about education. This is about us empowering each other. All right? I need you to understand that first. So when we walk through them cities, they join us in peace. They join us in peace and unity. All right? We are going to defeat ignorance. That means we cannot combat it with ignorance. Okay? Now, front vehicle. I need you to go stage behind the sheriffs right here on this road. So go ahead and start pulling out. Rear vehicle. Bus with Bishop. Have your vehicle follow that bus. Our vehicle. Highway E. I want you to stage right here on the side road. That's Highway E. I need you to start pulling out now. Because we're supposed to be walking already, and I like making my timelines. Let's go.
In the white t-shirt. You're going to march with him?
We at war. We at war with
I don't know the rights to this music.
Most of all.
Hey, are you going to start marching?
Yeah, I'm going to march for a while, yeah.
Do you mind marching?
What does that even mean? No, I don't have. I'm usually by myself every time.
Me too. Oh no, they said to get buddy up. I since we're going to the car.
We just check on each other, make sure we're
and
everybody
law
is
enforcement people.
me.
You screenshot this, please. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to get my. Want us to stay 6 feet apart. I do not own the rights to this music. Oh, you were so smart. You brought a change of shoes. That was really clever. My toes are already frozen, so I was like,
mine are okay now.
I was like, this will be interesting. Hey, hold on a second. I got your message and I sent it to my mods and they added it, okay?
Okay, cool. And then I'm gonna post your link.
Oh yeah, no worries. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. No, we want to make sure we get your guys. But yeah, so they're on it.
They're gonna bring cars up this way. Thank you.
Hey, Erica, if you wanted to do something and keep a playlist of all the songs they play, I want to make like a protest playlist. I have a feeling that the beats are going to be really good because this organization, they've come from LA, and the links to learn more about them is in the the post on my Facebook page of the on top of this live with the information.
Can you tell me if those zippers on my backpack are they zipped?
This one, yes. Here, hold on. There you go.
It keeps coming down because there's so much stuff in it.
Do you want to put your bag in our car? Do you,
Yeah. I know which car it is.
Okay. It's somewhere in this line of cars. Oh, look at that. The hoop bus. Here, you guys. Maybe by the end of this March, I can also learn how to dribble a basketball.
Social media, please stream live. Turn on some live, baby. Please turn on your live. We want the world to see this, baby. We want to change the world.
That's Jacob Blake's uncle.
Tonight, we want to send you back to your family safe, well, just like you came. Love y'all.
Yeah, guys, that's Jacob Blake's uncle, the organizers of this event. Look at that. Look, you guys, there's Vaughn. He's a local Milwaukee activist. He's an activist here since 2012. Yeah, look at that.
You know you're not supposed to be out here. You know who I am.
Here, see your face.
You can't.
I just asked you
I'm
that
sorry,
you can't leave
but
with no faces out here.
Yeah, you can't come to Milwaukee. So when we get there, you're gonna have to turn around.
Okay. Well, don't come sit, friend. What?
I said, don't listen to him. He don't do court mistakes.
I can't hear you. What did you say?
I said, don't listen to him. He don't do court mistakes.
Don't record you? Yeah. Oh, fuck. You guys aren't doing it. Whoa, look at that backpack. Whoa. Look at this backpack. That's so cool. Oh, I didn't even recognize you without your backpack. Look at that backpack.
That is cool.
How does that work? Look at that hat, the Chicago Bulls. Isn't that amazing? And this backpack. That's really cool. All right, somebody get a time mark of when this is. Here we go. 36 miles.
Finish is just around the corner. I said the finish is just around the corner.
You guys.
Yep. There you go.
At the drone.
Yeah.
This. Guys, you're seeing the police here that have worked with the organizers to hold a line. And I think that's incredible.
You hear anything about Racine County and Milwaukee Sheriff doing anything like that? Yeah, okay. Right. Quite a difference from Tulsa, right?
Oh, look at that drone. Look how low that drone is. It's oh shoot, it landed. Is it supposed to do that? He's like, don't run over my drone.
Bad start.
Oh, you were smart to go get a coffee in there. Why wasn't I thinking to go into the 7-Eleven and get a coffee before we started? You're clever.
Following the crowd.
Wow, I feel like they're only walking like a mile or two. They're walking so fast. All right, good night, Juan. Wait.
Move over to the right. Move over to the right. Move over to the right.
Wait.
You're walking fast for 36 miles.
I'm saying.
Olivia, how's your is it your foot?
My leg, yeah.
Your leg?
Yeah. It's already starting to hurt a little bit, but I'm gonna do it. I got to.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
It's important to be out here, you know what I mean?
Right.
And if I can, I will.
And weren't you injured by the police?
No.
No. Something different. That was somebody different. Sorry. I don't want to misquote.
No, you're okay. Yeah, no, not I. I just happened to break my leg roller skating.
Oh, you were roller skating.
Doing something
That's right.
silly.
You were at the okay. Yeah.
And then I just got a wheelchair and I was able to come out for Nate's thing.
Yeah.
So I was so grateful, and since then I've been coming out now. But I'm happy. I'm happy I met you too.
Yeah, for sure. Who's Greg? I talked to Greg, but I talked to him on the phone today, but I don't know what he looks like.
Oh, he's the gentleman that's been speaking on the microphone.
Oh, in the camo?
White camo.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I'm such a goof.
Is it Bennett?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's
I knew I've never met him, but I've only talked to him on the phone, and so I mean, I guess technically I don't know how I'd know what he looks like since I've only talked to him on the phone, but now then, like,
that's funny.
Just having.
Yeah, you were kind of wondering. Yeah, I would be too. Oops, sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. Good night, Michelle. I think it's so cool to have the music.
No, if we didn't, it would have been a little bit more sad.
Well, there's a spot in the seat in the car if you need. It's the one that has the wrapper around it.
Oh, cool.
The white he's a local streamer.
I think I saw it. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much.
God, they're walking so fast.
I know.
This is 36 miles. This is one of the fastest marches I've ever walked in.
I know, the guy keeps telling us to go a little faster.
Why are we walking so fast?
Well,
yeah. Oh my God, Dakota, hush. Where's everybody watching from?
Sometimes I can't get on.
Sorry, guys. Somebody tell me a march you have seen where the police are right next to the protesters holding a line. What big as an accent. Pick up the pace. We're already speed walking.
We got many miles to go. Oh yeah! This is democracy.
You look like. I wonder if you can Shazam these songs, you guys. What if Erica, if you could make this list, then it's gonna be like the ultimate protest march list.
Oh, looking so great. Just saying. This is awesome.
What do you think of this? Yeah? Do you live in Kenosha?
Don't shoot.
And what do you think about the fact that you've got Jacob Blake's family out here as organizers that are also still coordinating with the police for this march? Yeah. You guys, Justin, he's the uncle of Jacob Blake. We're marching from Kenosha, Wisconsin to Milwaukee, 36 miles. Did we get a timestamp of when we started?
About 123.
Pardon?
About 123.
123?
Something like that.
Wow,
yeah.
so like right on time. Look at this. Oop, bonk. Oh, oh, sorry. No, you okay?
Yeah.
So you guys, and Kenosha is where Jacob Blake was shot 7 times in the back on August 24th, 2020. And this Kenosha also is kind of the only other city in the United States where we saw the burning of multiple buildings. And here we are, you know, I was on the ground that first night in Kenosha, and it was really hard to see and be witness to. And here we are, October 20th, and you have both sides working together. You'll probably hear me say that a lot because I've been to so many marches and so many protests across the country, and this is the very first one I've seen where the leaders have coordinated with the local law enforcement to hold a line. And I think that is commendable. I think that, you know, you got Jacob Blake's uncle right over here to my left, in front of me, who's been directly advocating and working with them and planning events. And if you want to talk about beauty from ashes, like, I think this has been incredible.
Walk across or Wauwatosa or whatever. I think what's your name?
Katie.
Yep, I saw your feet.
Oh, thanks. Are you from Milwaukee?
No,
I mean Wauwatosa.
My boyfriend is, and he sent you the link for it.
Oh. Is he out in a car tonight?
No, he's actually sleeping because he has to work tomorrow.
Oh.
I got my friend back there in the car.
I might have to go back in the car for a minute and trade with the driver, because you guys, I literally can't feel my toes, and I'm so embarrassed to say that. I feel fine otherwise, but.
Watch yourself, guys.
Yeah. All right, good night, Jenny. Thanks. Our moderator, Jenny's going to sleep, you guys. So thank you, Jenny. Amazing. Sleep well. Have a great day. Work tomorrow. And oh, thanks, Jenny.
Come on.
Oh, we're running now? All right. Why are we running?
It's now a marathon.
It's now life is a marathon. Oh wait, no, it is a marathon and not a sprint. That doesn't work. You guys, if you're watching this on Restream, you're watching Katie.live on Facebook. We live in Kenosha, Wisconsin. We're marching 36 miles to Milwaukee. We're on a highway somewhere. So.
Come on down, one lane. Watch your line. Single lane.
Make it tight, guys.
Oh,
Middle lane.
Turn that shit up. I know, right? Turn that shit up.
Just marching 36 miles.
Turn it up. Watch your line.
Okay. And they coordinated with the leaders to Okay, so. Oh, and I got some. I'm just waiting for my driver to switch. It's cold. Just saw CJ trying to pass me off his COVID-laced hand warmers. Just kidding. They were not COVID-laced. Maybe. Wow, this is a really long line. This is awesome. You guys, look at this. There. Do you want to hop out? Oh, no, you can get ready. But I don't want to ruin the line.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm so frustrated that I can't feel my freaking toes.
What?
I know, it's so silly, you guys. I gotta take my shoes off for a second and drive. Look at that. I've got these on both sides.
Still don't work?
I have really bad circulation, and part of it is my autoimmune issues. And when the more gluten I eat, I get my fibromyalgia flares up.
Are you gluten intolerant?
I'm super gluten intolerant, and since I started streaming, I live off of gluten, and I'm like, oh. But my
So eating gluten kind of like messes up your circulation?
Well, because it causes inflammation, and then so I gotta elevate.
And are those what do you call those, warmers?
Yeah, they're toe warmers.
Are they working?
They work if it's not so cold.
Driving it over.
What's he gonna do? Look at this, you guys. So what do you think, as being a local streamer here or just a local in general, of seeing the police line? Have you seen this before, where the police have...
This right here?
Where the police have held a line for a march?
I have never seen this.
You have never seen this? And how does that make you feel?
That makes me know that we are in a situation, that we are in a time in our lifetime where things are happening. When you're seeing changes, like the amount of protests we've been seeing in the last couple of months? I mean, how long has Seattle? You're from Seattle, right? So
yes.
How long have you guys been protesting in Seattle? I mean, how long? Like
since May Day, after George Floyd was killed.
Right. So.
Which is 6 months.
6 months of protesting.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like record breaking. Like
what does record breaking mean to you?
Well, think about it. When Rodney King, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Rodney King beating, like that was only a week or so of. They did the riot, and they tore some stuff up in California, like really tore some stuff up. But it didn't linger that long. Like it was bad, but it didn't linger for months.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even think it was in every city. I think it was just California, Watts or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But these protests are everywhere, like Portland, Seattle, Atlanta, Chicago, Wauwatosa, Kenosha, like even the small cities, Kenosha, Wauwatosa. Like you don't hear about Kenosha rioting in Kenosha. Like if somebody would have told me a year from now that Kenosha that people will set Kenosha on fire and cause millions of dollars of damage to the city of Kenosha, I would be like, you lying. Because it's a small city and nothing really ever happens.
Is it 100,000 people?
Yeah. So the fact that we are seeing all this happening, it's like it's an uprising almost. Where people are like, Kenosha had been real tired of the BS to do what they did. Because Racine and Kenosha, we're like sister brother cities. So we usually just we're good citizens. We don't riot, we don't do all that. Because we didn't really have a reason to. But with the shooting of Jacob Blake, I feel like people are just like, nah. Like, this man's kids was in the car. This man was shot in the back 7 times. It's like, nah, y'all went too far now. And I think it just triggers something within the community when people are like, and I think George Floyd had a lot to do with it too. Seeing that George Floyd was brutally murdered that way, people are just like sick of it. I think Jacob Blake would have been the George Floyd had he been first, because his was pretty brutal the way they did him.
And you guys, for those that are, just to refresh, Jacob Blake was shot 7 times in the back on August 24th of this year by Kenosha police.
But what really bugs me about that is that his kids are in the car, though. Why would you shoot inside of a car 7 times, mind you, with 3 children in the back seat of the car? You could have bullet could have easily ricocheted and killed somebody else. They don't care about the other safeties that, they just want to take them out. There's always the take them out. Is he resisting? Take him out. It's got to stop.
Right. And
brutality.
What do you say to people when they say, "Oh, but he was an abuser and he was violating"?
My thing is, we're all guilty of something, and we don't even know the truth behind a lot of that. Was he this? Was he that? He might have been this and that, but it don't mean the man deserves to get shot in the back 7 times. We've all done something, We're not. Who makes the police the judge, jury, and the executioner? And I get tired of people saying, "Oh well, George Floyd was a criminal." Okay, he might have been. He might have not have been a stand-up citizen. Cool. Okay, but I watched that man suffer for 8 minutes with a knee to his neck, calling out for his mama. That man was suffering. That man was asking for help. And that man, a grown man, was losing his life with 2 people, 1 person on his buttocks area, 1 person on his neck. Then they got the audacity to say he died because of some kind of drug usage. He clearly died because he couldn't breathe. It's like, come on, don't be ridiculous. Like these coroners and all that, like, don't give me that BS. Like, he died because the man's knee was on his neck, restricting his airflow, and he choked him out, basically, until he died. Period. Plain and simple. Like, come on, you guys. Let's not be silly and stupid. If somebody's got your airflow restricted for 8 minutes, you're going to pass out. You're going to die eventually. And then when he did pass out, did they do anything to help? Did they do any of the CPR they're supposed to do? Even when the one girl said she was a nurse and they need to administer CPR, did they? No. He still had a knee on his neck, even when the man was passed out. When the man passed out and he couldn't breathe, he should have got his knee off his neck and started to resuscitate. But no, he kept his knee on his neck. So that was obvious, clear-cut murder. Everyone's seen it live, and it was disgusting. And that could have been me. That could have been my son. That could have been my father, my grandfather. That hit home to a lot of black and brown people, because this is how the treatment is. This ain't nothing new. This is just because somebody caught it on video. But this knee on the neck has been done for a very long time. And this is just one of the first times it was actually caught on video to where everyone else can see what's been happening all this time that we've been saying has been happening, but no one believes it. So I can't stand when people bring up his history. I don't care if he was a criminal. I don't care if he robbed this or stole that or whatever the man did. But the way he died, no one deserves to die that way. And I wouldn't wish that kind of death on my worst enemy. So that's what I tell people who say, but he was this. I'm like, okay, and what are you? Like, people that point the finger at somebody, there's always a finger pointing back at you. And there's always that one person that act like they're holier than thou. Like they ain't did nothing wrong in their life. And it's like it don't matter what the man did. It's what is how he died and how he was killed. That's what I'm focused on. Because to me, that can be fixed. That can be changed. I can't change what the man did in his life. Nor do I know what he did. And a lot of it is the media always want to try to justify somebody being killed by throwing out dirt. Just like with Rosenbaum in Kenosha. Oh, he was a pedophile. He was this and that. All of a sudden now you see CCAP records of this and that and this and that. And he did this. And why is it that a murder always has to be justified with somebody's history in their past? And how much of it is even true? There is no reason why Kyle Rittenhouse should have had an AR in the first place at a peaceful protest. I don't care what Rosenbaum did as far as in his past, or the other guy, Gage, who was shot in the bicep, lost 90% of his bicep. And then you got the guy on the skateboard, I can't remember his name, but he was
Anthony. No.
Anthony. He was, I think he was from Kenosha, right?
Yes.
He was the guy on the skateboard who was just trying to help with somebody that he thought was a random shooter shooting people. I mean, he was close by Rittenhouse. He hit him with the skateboard, thought that maybe he could disarm him because he was trying to be a hero. He thought that this guy, well, Rittenhouse actually did shoot somebody in the head. So he was trying to help. He wasn't trying to like just hit him for no reason. He was trying to disarm him because he shot someone in the head, you know, which was Rosenbaum. So he died as well. And now I feel like you got these sick people who justify Kyle Rittenhouse's killings. Oh yeah, that was great. Every one of those people deserved it. Oh, they shouldn't have been out there anyway. It's like people die. This is people's family. This is somebody's son, somebody's father, somebody's brother. And they just went out to protest that day. I don't think either one of them intended to go out and be dead. So for the sick people that are happy that they died and lost their life, you know, you're sick. And it's like, these are people that lost their life to a 17-year-old kid who had no business out there, and what, a curfew was in place, right? A 7 o'clock curfew was in place that night. He wasn't even supposed to be out there. He's not even 18. So legally, he should have been at home. And he wasn't even from Wisconsin. What is he, Antioch, Illinois? So, why, you know, did his parents even let him out? Who even took him to Kenosha? His mom, they say, dropped him off? Like, this kid is 17 and he's out after curfew at a protest. Why would you support that? Why would you even bring your kids to something like that? And he's only 17. And you know there's an active curfew in place. And I don't even know if they knew he was going to have an AR. Because I don't know if it was given to him by the militia or if he brought it with him. I don't even know. I don't know if they determined that yet. But I heard the militia gave it to him. So shame on them if that's the case. Because maybe they felt like if they give these guns to the young boys, then they'll be stupid enough to do something dumb. So they're like, here, let's put an AR in a 17-year-old's hand. Because we already know that they'll pop off. So, yeah.
Oh, well, thank you so much for sharing. And can you...
I was straight ranting on that.
No, that wasn't a rant. That was completely sharing your beliefs and from the heart and your experience.
Makes me mad when people first say,
especially as
but they were this, but they were that. It's like, stop it. Right. Like, who cares what they were? Look how they died. Look how they were killed. I mean, don't nobody deserve to be killed that way. And everybody need to quit judging each other and quit judging people for what they've done or what you think they've done. Because we all done something in our lives, and it don't mean that we should be killed for it in a violent, disgusting way. So that's what makes me the most maddest about those kind of comments. They're selfish comments, and they're idiotic comments. and ignorant comments.
See, I mean,
because
as you know,
what
you have the right to due process, whether you're.
They have the right to go in front of a judge and let the judge say, or the jury say guilty or not guilty. Well, why is it that they're being prosecuted, executed before they even get to a court? It's ridiculous, and it's going on too long, and there's just too much of it going on right now. So that's why we are protesting so much right now. And you know, Wauwatosa, Racine, well, not Racine as much, but Kenosha. But Racine actually did do. Did you have anything? Did you know about the Tyrese West case in Racine?
No, when was that?
You didn't hear about that at all. There's actually a documentary out right now about it. There's a media company, a film company called Lion Art Media. They released a documentary, which I think they won with Showtime Independent Show Movie Awards. So I think Showtime's going to play this documentary and feature it as one of these independent films, whatever. But it's called The Right to Remain Violent. And it's William Hall is one of the director producers. And it's about the Tyrese West case. Tyrese West was a young kid. I can't remember his age exactly. I want to say 16, 17-ish. He was riding a bike. He got stopped because his bike light didn't work, or he didn't have a light on his bike. So how do you get stopped because of a bike light and then end up getting shot in the head twice?
Right. It's like Dejan Kizzy. That was a traffic stop on his bicycle.
Really? Where was this?
That was in LA.
Dejan Kizzy?
In end of August 28th this year. It was right around the last week of August of this year. He did what they were saying was an illegal U-turn in South LA. It was actually right in the same neighborhood, almost to a T, where Rodney King occurred. And I actually went there and marched with them. And when I was on the street where he was killed, there's not even a bike lane. And he was pulled over for doing an illegal, for an illegal U-turn on his bicycle. And the street,
such thing as an illegal U-turn on a bicycle?
The street was, it was like a complete residential street, like kids out playing. It was in South LA, and I was expecting to at least see a bike lane or something. He was either.
That sounds a lot like the Tyrese
between
West case.
20. You guys between the 28 and like 34 or 30 something.
Because he did an illegal turn on a bike.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was there was an illegal turn available. How do you even,
Yeah. So really quick, you guys, can you tell everybody, because this is a local streamer, can you do a shout out to all your handles, and can the mods pin his handles again, please? And then I'm going to sign off for about 20 minutes, or not 20 minutes, however long it takes to get to our first stop, which is 5 miles. So I'm going to just take a moment to get my gear back, all organized, have a quick snack, and I guess I could stay live, but it's just nothing special while I just change, or I was gonna get another layer on, or add a layer. But where can everybody kind of, what are your, one more time?
You guys can find me on Raw Topic on Facebook. I have a YouTube channel as well, but Facebook is my main platform. So we're Raw Topic on YouTube, we're Raw Topic on Facebook. Right now, Facebook is where I stream live, mainly all live videos lately. Like, I haven't uploaded a video to Facebook in months. I used to do a live video. I used to edit that video, re-upload it to Facebook and YouTube. But all the editing was just getting to be too much. Like, can you imagine going live all the time and editing everything? It just takes too much time. So I just really just do raw live video.
Awesome.
So
Awesome, you guys. It's pinned at the bottom right now.
Yeah,
so go.
Facebook.com/Raw Topic.
Cool. Thank you.
And the group is Raw Topic Live.
Stay on and just pointed out the road. You guys are cracking up. There. Well, the road. So you guys, for anybody that's just joining, you're watching Katie.live on Facebook. If this is a being restreamed right now. And we are marching from Kenosha, Wisconsin to Milwaukee. We started at 1:30 a.m. Central Time. It's 36 miles. I popped in the car to warm my toes up. They were getting, even my little toe things were not working quite so well.
Is it more the weather on your toes, or is it something else?
Is
it that cold out?
No, if it's like feel my hands. I feel how cold they are. Like I don't have in my
but you said it was more gluten related.
Yeah, so it's in my like far extremities. And so you guys, we are
somebody talking to us, or are they just
chanting? Here I'll.
Is he on a bike?
Yeah, here you guys. I'll answer. I'm gonna just leave this on for a second while I'm gonna get. You guys can just hang out with me. I can answer any questions, or if you guys have questions, maybe the mods can answer them. We are expected to make it there tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Katie Live's doing her thing, you guys.
You guys, no, I don't have to put the camera down. It's not like I'm changing like that.
Talking to her
I just need a minute. I got to get my battery pack out, and so you guys get to see the behind the scenes things then.
Are you running low?
Yeah, my thing. I think it's because it's cold. It just went.
You can plug into the outlet right there.
Oh, stars. Oh, I'm gonna turn these off. I was gonna get my. And you guys, there's snacks. They put all these snacks.
Yeah, they got some crackers
in the back.
Gatorade.
I know. If 4 air fresheners, so remove those like that for a second. 1 second. Did you get snacks from the back?
Well, my bag's sitting right there. I just grabbed it out of my bag.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, you guys, we got. Whoa! Look at all these chips.
We
got like a Costco.
They really loaded up those backpacks with.
Oh yeah, there's snacks in the backpack.
Who do you think sponsored that? Like they gave out a lot of backpacks with a lot of like expensive water, snacks, Gatorade. Somebody had to sponsor a lot of that.
Yeah. You guys, the other thing is, I keep saying it for anybody that's just joining. You have the police holding a line. Look, you can see right there. There goes an officer in the truck. They are blocking off the intersections. They've gone ahead and below. And earlier on the live, the leaders spoke directly with the officers and the sheriff. They have a whole plan coordinated to work together, which I think is incredible. It's the first time I have seen both sides come together, and I'm just ecstatic for that.
I wonder how long. No, you think they're gonna do this all the way to Milwaukee though?
The police,
cops,
yeah. And we're stopping every 5 miles at rest stops where they're having angels that have snacks and food, which that is true. Those are angels.
Which they probably don't even need with these backpacks. What is that? A Canon?
Yeah. So.
Now, what do you do? Is that for photos?
Yeah, and then sometimes I do the videos.
Is that a 400 millimeter lens?
Actually.
It looks like you can get about it looks super wide too though.
No, I want a wide angle.
I got 10.
See what I mean? I'm keeping you guys live, and I'm not really like having.
I like that 10 wide angle. It gives you a really good wide. I use that for the live streams.
Actually,
for the show TV sit down version, which I'm gonna do more of in the winter when it's too cold to be outside.
Oh, that doesn't work.
That's when I use my DSLR camera.
You have an SD out? Like, what is that?
That's an SD.
But you put an SD card in your car, and then what does it do?
You can play whatever, it comes up right there.
Stop it, really?
I can watch like Amazon. I can put a Fire Stick in there.
You put a Fire Stick in here? Dang.
You could put one in there.
So, but if I put the SD card of my camera in there, what would it?
I've never used it.
Can you try?
Try look what happens.
I'll save my battery pack. App not installed. Ignore. Hold on. Working. Now I'm gonna have a snack.
What kind of lucky
Did they put
snack?
the Gatorades in there?
Yeah.
Wow. Wait, is this your backpack?
Yep.
My backpack was here.
Yours was up front?
Mine was on the seat.
Oops, maybe
You're
it was.
eating my
You know what?
snacks.
Oh, we'll grab some out of my bag then.
Sharing is caring.
Where's mine in the
You
back?
guys, they gave us all these backpacks. They have the hashtag
You got some good snacks.
change for Seville. Seville,
Seville Smith, right?
yeah, Seville Smith was killed by the Milwaukee police. And if this is it in
His brother's name is Sedan Smith.
Sedan Smith.
Seville was killed, you guys, running from the police. He jumped the fence. He did have a gun, but he threw the gun over the fence. He jumped the fence, trying to get over the fence, but he was shot off the fence after he had already threw the gun. So he was no longer a threat when he threw that gun, but he was still shot off the fence. So that is why that protest has been going on.
What year was that again?
Man, that had to been like, I want to say 3 years ago, maybe.
These are really good.
What is that? Oh, yeah, I love fruit snacks.
I don't really
You can never go wrong with
like
fruit snacks.
fruit snacks, but these are so like fruity.
Some fruit snacks are really good.
They're like really chewy, and they.
Some of them got that little kitty taste to it, and some of them taste like some pretty good fruit snacks. Like, I feel sorry my daughter has the real good fruit snacks. Like, I would eat all my daughter's fruit snacks if they good. I'm like, you know what? You ain't gonna eat them anyway. She eat like 2 and throw them away.
Maybe I should clear the back a little bit in case people want to ride.
If you can find a way.
Wow. Have you guys ever had these fruit snacks?
Those are the Mott's.
They literally taste like almost like Gushers.
Oh yeah? They got a little
No, I
something?
didn't give up on walking.
They got a little juice coming out?
They're already laughing at me and I already gave up. No,
Tell them you have a little gluten issue.
My
You
chat
gotta-
can tell
you
you,
know
I
what?
ate
You
too
gotta
many
stop
donuts.
eating gluten.
No, really, I've been really bad. I even have my mods telling me to like.
I had an
literally
ex-girlfriend that
stop
had a
eating
gluten
it.
intolerance. She would eat.
I'm gonna get celiac. I'm gonna like.
Yeah, she had that. Celiac.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna doctor. I'm gonna get celiac if I don't stop eating gluten.
She would eat liquor shit, stuff she knows she ain't supposed to be eating.
Oh,
And
I
then
had
she would be
the
in
scope.
pain
Yeah.
later. Like
She had
in
the
pain.
scope.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
sharp pains would go through her stomach or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But she couldn't. It was worth it, I guess, for her to have the
Is it worth
food
it?
she wanted.
You guys,
Yep.
this is when I'm like, you guys, I have to go off for 20 minutes. It's so that I can just like
Can you throw this?
be
put
me for
something-
a second and do like really stupid stuff like, is it worth
And
it?
just like jam
Uh,
out. You guys, I don't own the rights to the music she's singing.
Yeah,
'Cause, you know, Facebook will block the whole
Does
video.
not own the rights
They'd
to
be
it?
like, "Oh, she's singing. We're gonna block this whole video." Uh-oh.
Let me hold that for you.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, eat lots of-
Here, I'm gonna clear a spot and see if they want to ride.
Both of them?
There's 2 spots.
In here? 2 spots.
Oops.
You think you can clear 2? You know there's a car seat in here, right?
Is it worth it? It was worth it. I don't know the rest of the words to this song. Is it worth it? How supposed to go?
What song is that?
Your mom. I don't know.
Is it worth?
Sorry, my feet got cold. I had to take a break. Even my all my hot pads are not working. But you guys, don't worry. We're gonna be marching till 6 p.m. tomorrow.
There's plenty of marching.
There's plenty of marching. I'm gonna clear a spot in the back in case. Whoa!
What?
Your screen goes all the way
Oh yeah,
back.
here, just hit the panoramic.
Whoa! Whoa!
And that sunroof will
You
go.
got a sunroof that goes all the way.
It's a panoramic. Oh yeah, you got to hit it again.
Whoa! Talk
It's a
about.
panoramic sunroof.
So here's the real question: if I hang out of the top of the car, what are the police gonna do?
They ain't gonna do nothing. Because
Do you think they're gonna wave though?
no, they're gonna look at you like, you know what?
Get inside.
Like I'm about to Give me a reason to arrest you.
I don't know, but they're like out here they're holding a line for everybody right now.
I know.
You guys, this is
So
insane.
surprising.
I'm like, my mind is blown because being in Kenosha on the first night when things were burning, and that was...
Tell us about that. Tell my audience, because I know your audience heard that story.
Which one?
The first night in Kenosha.
The first night in
Tell
Kenosha?
my audience. Let me see.
Let me just tell you everything that happened just in one
what?
night in Kenosha. So happened to be in Chicago when Jacob Blake was shot. And Chicago's what, like
that
an hour
day?
and a half?
The day he was shot?
Yeah, we flew to Minneapolis, and we were going to do the March on Washington and doing a road trip between Minneapolis, went to the George Floyd Memorial, stopped in Chicago, and
What was going on in Chicago? Why'd you stop in
throw
Chicago?
that thing back and switch it and reverse it. Boom. Boom goes the dynamite. Thanks, Julius.
What the heck is that? A dynamite.
That's just me being cheesy, telling him thank you.
Oh. That's your thing. That's
So-
extreme talk.
So, so Jacob Blake was shot, and we got in
Is
the
that-
car, and we got up here, and we arrived at the first police line. There was maybe 20 officers. Half of them had shields. They looked terrified.
No, wait. Was this the first time you were ever in Kenosha?
Ever in Kenosha in my life.
Just
ever
because
in,
you guys
ever
heard
in,
in Chicago?
Ever in Wisconsin in my life. I'd never even been
What?
to Wisconsin. What would a girl from Seattle be like, I'm going to go on vacation
That
to
was your
Wisconsin?
first time in Wisconsin? Was for the riot in Kenosha?
Yeah, and it was amazing because I fell in love with the people of Kenosha. I fell in love with Kenosha. I got to see Lake Michigan for
Did
the
you
first
get
time.
hit with the tear
300
gas? Or the
all the
pepper
time.
balls or...
All the time. You can go on my Facebook page, katie.live, and there's a video of me literally
How long was that stream?
after. No, I'm not from. The streams are on CJTV because that's what we were streaming under. But there's a video on my Katie Live I took of the tear gas that I had to eat, and then I was like, well, I'm just gonna go find a snack now. But the tear gas was actually really bad because normally I have a gas mask.
Yeah.
And this night I didn't have my mask because we flew from Seattle, and for whatever reason, like, we didn't bring our gear, which was stupid.
None of you guys had your mask?
No, like I said, we literally just got in the car from Chicago and like just hurried here. The tear gas, when it came, it was so bad. My eyes were burning and I was so disoriented. I went into this intersection and somebody got out of their car. I didn't know I was in an intersection because I couldn't see.
Yeah.
And they grabbed me by the
You almost
arm
got
and
hit by a car?
they're like, walk with me. No, because nobody was really, everybody.
I ain't gonna lie. I walked out in front of cars once they start gassing. I got disoriented. I actually went with somebody and could not find them for a long time because you disperse. You just try to get out the way.
Yeah. If you're ever in a situation where there's tear gas, you always pat, do not wipe. And you're not supposed
Thanks for telling me that now. I was wiping all of my eyes.
Don't wipe. And the other thing is, people think with the pepper spray that you need to have the milk magnesia or the
saline solution?
But you actually just need to have a consistent stream of like water. So get somebody to a hose or to a faucet and get them to tilt their head, and you want to just be flushing it in a constant state of flushing their eyes.
What you did?
No, this time, no. I'm so used to it.
You wear
now.
goggles or no?
No, I have
whole
phases,
full face
you guys.
respirator?
I have a full face respirator, but then generally, like, when you're like, oh, here comes, when the tear gas is over, I'll wear a respirator, like a 3M, and then I'll wear goggles, or I'll just wear the respirator. Wait, I'm sorry, Tom. Really? Look, at people come in my chat and they say, why don't you get out and walk like CJ and Mercado are? Right? Why don't you suck my dick? Like what is the point of that?
Why don't they show up and walk?
Like, why don't you go ask them why they weren't there when I started streaming like an hour before them? Why don't you ask them why one of them was busy like smoking something while he was waiting to go live? Like, I don't know. Like, not my problem. You do you. Let them do them. So,
be careful. She might block you.
Sarah's like, you're in a car, no bueno. Walk. Sarah, you be careful.
See, everybody always got those comments.
I know, but Sarah's like one of our peeps. Yes, I'm in a car.
You guys don't...
I've been outside since 11 p.m.
People don't get it.
I've been in the car for about 15 minutes now, maybe, you guys. And so now you're wondering when I said I'm going to cut my stream and come back, was because I decided to come to the car and have some snacks. get my feet, because look, I've got things on. I have horrible circulation in my extremities, and which I always have had. It's not a big deal. Part of it has to do with my gluten intolerance, which does like mimics fibromyalgia symptoms and things. And so it's 38 degrees right now. We are marching until 6 p.m. tomorrow. So I don't want your observations. I want to see your actions.
People, you don't have to walk every mile. There's plenty of miles to be walked.
Nobody's planning on walking every mile.
We are going literally 3 miles an hour right now.
Literally, it says 3 miles an hour on this speedometer.
We got plenty of miles that we can walk. And
hey, he put those up after Katie took off her shoes. Put what up? Oh, the air fresheners? Shut up. Thanks, Tina. I mean, I just like, man.
That's why we had the sunroof, you guys.
You know, why don't you go walk like they are? Well, why don't you get out of your house and come into the street?
No, I hate when
wherever
people
you live. I don't know.
I hate when people are at home, nice and toasty, and in their bed or whatever, because it's 2:28 in the morning. So they're probably in bed, laying down, telling the streamer what they should be doing.
I have a new rule. If you want to tell me what to do, you have to donate $5 first, and then you can tell me what to do.
Do they have your Cash App?
They do. Somebody, let's put up that Cash App and the PayPal link. And if you want to tell me how to give you this free stream, how I provide my free service to you, then you can give me $5 first. Which I was actually just telling the experience of all the tear gas that I've had to eat. And it is true, you guys. The tear gas does mess with your hormones. And it does mess with your menstruation. I had so much tear gas in Portland. I had 2 periods in 1 month. And then it was irregular for like a month. And then it all got worked out. It is true. It is absolutely true. It messes with your hormones and your like reproductive system or whatever. So I'm gonna have a snack. Thanks, Julius. Somebody just said get to walking. Oh my God. Support the movement by walking.
You know what?
Oh my God, suck my dick.
For a lot of people saying that,
I'm gonna kill you.
How about you guys give her motivation and start hitting their Cash App?
No, wait.
Like a sponsor her.
This is 36 miles. You guys, I'm here 36 miles. Started at 11 p.m. I'll be here till 6 p.m. tomorrow for free. You're welcome. Support the movement by moving.
Dude, your audience is a bunch of mean.
I know. Cheeseburgers are expensive.
People,
thanks, Tina. Which, by the way, I will tell you when. Oh no, I'm not going to. Never mind. I'm gonna get another snack.
And stay out of my bag.
I sat on a gummy, which is the worst thing I could have ever done.
You guys, she's been stealing my snacks.
No, that was my backpack. Do you have any like wet wipes?
I have napkins in there.
And water.
It's just a gummy, ain't it?
No, but I sat on it. So look.
Oh my God.
I know, sorry.
I just have to
I'm gonna put some water on it.
No, I'll just clean it tomorrow.
Tomorrow I have to keep sitting on it. It's sticky.
Oh. Where's the water?
Oh my, now somebody's in here saying walking 1 mile out of 36 is not supporting the movement. I really hope my mods are just by Felicia, all these people.
Your feet is about to fall off. Did you tell them that you didn't even have walking shoes?
Yeah. And you guys, you realize that
she's trying to walk in. What is it,
I made an agreement to share the driving duties with this vehicle, which is part of the we've got a ton of snacks for the walkers in the back of this truck. And so I came back to actually give my driver a chance to go march, and we decided to we were just chatting in the car for a minute, so what are you guys going to tell me when I'm streaming while I'm driving? Are you going to tell me to go march? Because I have to I'm going to have to drive too at some point. So because we're trading off driving. They don't have money.
They're looking like, what is this? They're like, what's happening?
Oh no, that's the ACLU.
ACLU?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're part of it then.
You guys, look at this. The police are holding the line.
Can you believe
and
the
I'm
police
literally
is actually helping?
I think that's amazing. I think, and that's, because you have to give the credit to the leaders of this march that's happening tonight.
Tanya McClain.
Tanya
Olivia.
Olivia.
Don't remember her last name. And then
Greg
the
Bennett
guys,
Jr. And then
Jacob Blake's uncle.
Justin Blake.
Jacob Blake's
uncle.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's been like really a foot soldier. Like Justin Blake has really been
Scott,
everywhere.
you win the award. Make her give you gas money or kick her out of the car. No, watch this. Watch this. Bye, Joseph. I just kicked him out of my chat.
Him?
Yeah.
Blocked him? Banned him? What did you do?
I blocked him.
What? Dang.
Sorry, Putney.
You just be blocking people, man.
Yep. And
Do you give people second chances at least to do the right thing?
Yeah, cheeseburgers are. Oh my God. There's a free service sitting on your ass mooching up people. Bye, Scott. Block him.
Dude, why is everybody being like douches?
Because let's. Bye, William. Who said now? What are you eating now? Make her give you gas. Oh, these people I've already left. Then Scott goes, they don't have money. Huh. Joseph. Oh, Sarah, hold on. Okay, the person with me is a local streamer here in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. They pinned it. You can go follow him.
Facebook.com/Raw Topic.
Sorry, Joseph, if you were just joking. Are we in a kicking mood tonight? We weren't.
She is on a ban kick, you guys. She will ban you. If she don't like what y'all saying, y'all are done. And y'all ain't never coming back to Katie. That's funny.
Okay, as I said, I was going to take a break so I could have a snack. So I'm going to go back to having a snack.
This is where she steals my stuff, you guys.
Yeah, now that's why they think I'm mooching off of you.
I'm just playing, you guys. I'm
That's
kidding.
what I heard also. Hold on.
I'm kidding. The backpacks were free.
We should find a way to
Find a way to what?
like so you don't have to hold that. Like it
should
wedge like
this
right.
is pretty fun. I like
it. Should
doing
wedge
this.
right here.
It's
And then
easy because you know what? This gimbal, just a little turn will actually just make it do what it do. I don't even have to really do anything.
That's amazing. Look,
Like-
but you could wedge it right here, and then it goes right on your face, or it goes out. See that?
Oh, that might be something to consider. So you guys, we've been going between 3 and 4 miles an hour. They're kind of walking fast. What do you think?
Oh man,
4
we were
mi-
walking so fast.
I
It was
can
like
imagine.
a speed walk. I was
like power walking.
it's not. It's not fast anymore. At least.
We're almost in Racine, you guys. Like, we're almost in Racine. If you guys want to be a part of the movement, come on out, man. We're on Green Bay Road. It's a huge line, you guys. You're gonna, like, traffic is being stopped. We have police in the front and the back of the line. So come out and jump in this caravan line, you guys. We're heading to Milwaukee. We should be there by about 6 o'clock p.m. tomorrow. Jesse Jackson is part of this walk. We got a couple Bucks player that's going to be in this walk. There's a couple other. Jacob Blake's uncle, Justin Blake, is a part of this walk. So we've got some important people in participating. So if you guys, we're coming through Racine right now. We're not there yet. We're still out about about 2 miles or so.
Look at this water, you guys, is from First Church. It's in
First
a case.
Church?
It's in a
Never
case
even
like
heard.
you'd get at Costco, but it's First Church United Methodist. It says find us on Facebook. The only problem is that if you Google or if you put First Church United Methodist into Facebook, that is such a common name. But it tells you.
So what, you get like a
it
million
says
First Churches?
Sunday worship, 8 a.m. and 10:30. Whoa! Look at this. This water. So
They
First
got their own
Church
label
has
and everything?
Yeah. Donated some snacks. Look at. Do you have a pocket knife or something? A key?
I actually don't carry a knife, but I got keys. Let me know when you're ready. What are you breaking open over
Do you
there?
want some chips?
What kind?
Well, I was just gonna get out a bunch so that there's people that we can trust and they're ready to go.
Dude, they got
People
those like
are
full bags of chips. They ain't playing
They get
around. They got the real deal chips, not the miniature bags.
Shoot, I'm so
I
stupid.
don't
I
think-
was not thinking about getting a coffee at the gas
Oh,
station
yeah.
before we left. I'm like, that
I
was
know.
so dumb.
We're just sitting there goofing around and
I was
exercising and
You
doing
guys needed
everything.
Stretches with the
And I
leaders.
could have got a big giant coffee that would have got me through the whole night.
I'm
So
taking
you guys,
a
we
dinner break.
so we started what at 11 o'clock. We met up with everyone. So it's
Well,
been
no, he picked me up at 10. It took us 45 minutes to drive down to Kenosha. Sorry, you guys want to see for a second?
So is it one line of cars too? What are we doing right now? One
They want
line?
us,
So it's one.
you
lane,
have
so
to have at least one open lane, the police said.
It looks like we got two.
So that,
open lanes, and
it
looks
keeps,
like we're on
like-
the shoulder now.
Look. Oh, Ash wants to know if you're single.
Who?
Somebody in my chat
Yeah, actually I am single.
is single.
Hit me in my DMs. Let me see what you look like.
Hit me in my DM.
Just
Is there teeth?
hit me in the DM and just label yourself as the girl from Katie.
Is it a banshee? What? Hold on, wait, what? How many people would you say are here?
Are here?
Are in the march?
I think it's about
100.
yeah. I said a little over 100 people, and like I think it's about 30 plus cars. So way more people than I thought it would be.
Oh.
He isn't live right now. Teresa Smith. What?
Ken. Ah.
Who isn't live right now? What?
Hey, Jason. How's it going?
I'm not live.
It has been a minute.
My stream's been smooth today. I shouldn't say that, but my stream, I have had no issues with my stream yet. It's been going 2 hours strong.
Okay, sir.
I'm surprised because we've been. like,
Okay, bye,
moving so much.
Ken. You don't have to.
Is he trying to get over? Or is he just not?
No.
What's he doing? So I can't stand when I'm trying to get over and people won't let me in. CJ estimated 100 people walking right now.
How many people are there? 100.
Why leave Kenosha? Nothing
Yeah.
worth
I don't.
burning left.
I
What?
agree, Putney. I agree with Putney.
Where all these comments come from? Did I miss all this? Y'all been commenting like crazy. I ain't seen none of this.
There's no Tifa in this merge. Just yep. Okay, answer that.
Besides,
one.
if there was a Tifa, they wouldn't tell you there was a Tifa. And
Oh wait.
a Tifa is just a thought, you guys. It's not actually,
Who's Lewis? 49. Y'all. Oh.
Is that an iPhone?
Oh, that's awesome, Jason.
What are you working with?
An
Tell me
iPhone.
about your equipment. What is that?
It's an
Are you
iPhone.
gonna get to 12?
So I think one of us should go back out in March. Do you want it?
Yeah.
So your turn?
I could do that. I just
I
try.
don't mind. I'll go. I just had to get my toes warm. I'm ready to
Where
go
the heck?
again. You guys, is that the bus?
What happened?
It's the basketball bus.
Right there?
Yeah.
Is he trying to get over?
I should
People
go
are
see if I can
confusing
hang
me.
him. You should probably let him over.
Is that what he's trying to do? I don't know. I thought.
So there's a basketball bus. It's a school bus that's been converted. It has a basketball hoop on the back end and on the front end, and it they go around the country promoting basketball
What's it
as a
called?
way of
What's the tour called? Hoops on Wheels? What's it called?
Hi, Barbara.
Oh, here it is. Check it out. Wait, this ain't the bus right here, is it?
No, that's the bus.
No, that's just a regular bus.
No, it's the bus.
This is the bus?
Yeah.
Oh, Black Lives Matter. Okay, so
By
it got,
who, Sarah?
Oh, that is it. It got basketball. It's got the basketball rims on the front and back of the bus. That's pretty cool. Like you can straight up play basketball.
Oh my God, they burned it, Putney. Oh my gosh, you guys, how cool is this bus? You wanna go out or I'm not gonna go out?
I'm just trying to figure out when's a good time to stop and have you switch.
I'm just
over.
gonna go that way.
You just
Oh,
gonna
you guys,
slide-
and there's Vaughn. Vaughn's amazing.
What's he doing?
He's an activist. It's Vaughn, right?
Yep, that's him. That's Vaughn from Milwaukee.
I think he wants to come over. I think you should let him over.
Ooh.
The bus.
Oh. See, I can't tell if people got their emergency lights on or they're trying to like get over. I don't know.
Hoop for hope. Thanks, Jeff.
Who knew that?
Sarah, whose stream are you talking about?
What is she saying? Somebody said somebody isn't live. I don't know.
I'm gonna say, how can you always eat so much? Now you guys know why I said I was gonna go away for 20 minutes, take a break, and then go back
Dang.
out.
Your audience is always complaining about you.
I know.
You eat too much. You don't walk
You know what they are?
enough.
They're all mid-aged white women from CJ's stream. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, you guys. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh, Portland Andy? Oh, okay.
CJ took a lot of time to break down his equipment. He upgraded.
Thanks, Sarah.
He was showing me all type of stuff he was using. I'm like, dang.
Did you see? Why aren't you walking? So either one of us has to get out of the car before people
Man.
get so confused.
My biggest issue right now is
Ah.
stopping the car, trying to get out and disrupting
I was
everybody.
kidding. Tell me to see. See, that's how you get them to show themselves who they are when they go, excuse me. You're like, caught.
Who? How do you know? What do you mean show themselves? What do you mean?
Because I'm getting all this random hate that I normally don't get. And so
how
it's
you-
all people coming from CJ's stream to bitch. And then
Trolls?
Yeah. And then when you call them out and they go, excuse me. And I've never seen them in my life before in my chat. They just
I don't
outed
even-
themselves.
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't even pay them no mind.
Ask Vaughn if he wants some water. Okay,
Hey, Vaughn, you need some water, Gatorade, snacks, chips? What you need? Gatorade?
do you want to hop in?
No, I gotta get all the way back to the front.
I know. So does
Okay.
he. He's supposed to get out so
Yeah.
I can drive now.
You get in?
Yeah.
The door open?
Yeah.
Here, do you want to come in the front? Where's Mom?
Is there room back there?
Put your seat up.
I'm sorry. Hold on,
Over
let me
here. Just come this way.
let me know. You good?
Yeah.
You want some snacks?
No, I'm fine.
You're good? Isn't this amazing? This is so amazing.
Okay, now we gotta
This
get
is the
over
most amazing event
Okay, this
I have been here since George Floyd. I mean, this is incredible. The organization and the level of unity. This is the first time I feel like I've seen the leader. You know, the leaders have come to the table with the police and they're working together. Like this is
Oh, you talking about in totality, everything?
the totality. Is
Oh yeah, this is the
amazing.
most organized protest. This is the most progressive thing we've seen I've been doing this for 8 years here in Milwaukee. We've never had any
Wow.
So why do you think it's so organized right now?
You guys, this is
What
Vaughn.
changes it?
He's a Milwaukee activist. He's been an activist since 2012.
Yes.
Is that correct? And so if you guys can, yes, Kevin, this is Vaughn. If my mods could post links to Vaughn's Facebook page, which by the way, Vaughn, you're the first person in all of my time since I started this that when people were accusing me of being an informant, you said don't jump to conclusions.
Yeah,
don't judge
it's
people.
a lot of that.
But it was that was the kindest thing, because the thing is, I didn't really know what trolls were or what this spreading of things. And somebody that had a personal issue with me back in July decided to do this thing that I'd never really met, and it just spread like wildfire. And nobody, literally, I've been in every state protesting went on, and people never stopped to just ask me, be like, is it true, or can you explain yourself, or this. And I had not seen your stream, but people said there's this guy Vaughn that basically said, look guys, I know what it's like to for people to make assumptions or this, so let's not jump to that. And I was like, wow, and so I was like, who is this guy? And so I went and stalked you properly.
What's the name of your page? Because I remember posting the Raw Topic. I shared the Raw Topic.
Vaunlmays, VAUNLMAYES.
Yes.
Then what? There was another group, because when you were at the 24-hour march, you shared it from another group though. Another page.
Probably my
Hey,
community
Judy.
task force MKE page.
MKE. Okay, that's what it was.
You guys, Vaughn spoke at the event. It's posted on my Facebook page. The link to the video, that was Vaughn's live video. It was the night before the Justice for Rally, and it had Alvin Cole's family, Jay Anderson Jr.'s parents were there, Jacob Blake's dad and sister spoke, and there was Antonio? No, is Antonio Gonzalez? No. But there were, and I don't want to mess up their names, but if you go and you look at the post, I did give news article links to every single person that spoke about their family member. So that is on the Facebook page, and that's Vaughn. And then I really encourage you to go watch at the end where Vaughn speaks, and he tells you about his thing in protest. That was in 2017, right? After was it?
We had
Seville
Smith in 2016. So Savannah was there. That's his brother.
Yes.
That's kind of where we met. We crossed paths. But yeah, that's what I was telling people. It's a lot of that happening right now. I mean, people are just not trusting of anyone and anything right now. Especially here in Milwaukee, man. We even back, Dontre Hamilton's mother was there. Maria Hamilton, she spoke. Back then when we were getting permits for all the protests, when we were doing it the right way, people still had the same level of, didn't care what we were talking about, trying to hit us and, advocate to have us run over the cars. And we even had police trying to infiltrate our organizing meetings and stuff like that. So Wisconsin, Milwaukee in particular, does not take kindly to social justice. It hasn't, you know what I'm saying, and just historically. And then right now where you have the stuff with Joseph Mensah, you got all this progress being done, they are absolutely trying to stop and take out and cause division and all the stuff with the leaders. So that was my whole thing. I didn't know who you are, and I know how that it's really not the space for that, you know what I'm saying? But it could be a valid concern, but it's a right and wrong way to do everything. And when you do it the wrong way, it can make everybody look bad. It can make so I just try to be very balanced, and especially when it comes to stuff like that, that's a serious accusation. And right now, it's
you hear a lot. I've been hearing this person is informant. This person, I'm like, dude, this is getting old.
Right.
And it's also y'all are new. Y'all haven't been really around, so it's new faces, people that people don't know are kind of automatically assumed to be, or whatever the case may be. Because there was people on my live, and I didn't know who they was talking about. But then I walked up on that situation, and I was like, okay, they're talking about her. But it's you just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Right. And until you know, you just don't know. And you can be distrustful or whatever, but you don't have to go overboard. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yep. It's like the Salem witch trials. It's like once one person says something, everybody want to jump on board.
You just would not imagine how valid it could be sometimes. It's so crazy. This movement is so crazy. It's like a really weird point in history. You know, we got all this, we got COVID, we got the crime, you know, we got all this different stuff going on. Like, these are like high and low points like we've never seen before. And trust me, it is definitely people out there who are on that.
Infiltrating.
They are definitely looking to get people caught up to, and it's all type of, you know, mechanisms working to stop what's going on. And so, you know, it's unfortunate. I just did a speaking event at we had a Know Your Rights type of thing, and like they specifically asked for that to be addressed because like literally everybody is doing that to everybody right now.
Right.
Throwing everybody under the bus.
Don't take it personally.
No, I don't, and it's what I mean for me. It's when there's a mob and there's me and I'm outnumbered, and then I'm like you have to read the room, right? But it's frustrating, like, because I always think that no matter like wherever I go to, like and I tell my chat this all the time, this is like being invited into somebody's home. If they say remove your shoes, you remove your shoes. I'm in somebody else's protest. If they say don't film faces, I'm not going to film faces. If they say don't do this or don't do that, and that's the request of the leaders, I'm going to be respectful. I'm going to read the room, and I'm not, because sometimes people in the chat will be like, well, you need to stand your ground. You have a right to be there. And I'm like, no, I'm being invited into something that's really like intimate. Because there also is this distrust where, you know, they want to be able to have conversations and have them freely and speak freely. That doesn't mean they're doing anything nefarious. It just means that they want to be themselves and feel safe doing that. And what's hard, like, take tonight for example, so Justin Blake spoke and he said, everybody turn on your cameras, turn on your lives. And I know Justin Blake. I was there in Kenosha. I spoke with him after they spoke in front of the courthouse. I saw him at the Rally for Justice. And then I saw him tonight and he's like, everybody turn their lives. And then I turn around and we're getting ready and these people come to me and go, you know, you're not supposed to be here. And I'm like, here, are we really going to do this right now?
Was that tomorrow, Tulsa?
No, that was tonight at the gas station.
Who said that?
And then when we got in the car, when we got in the car to then go to the gas station, it was either the same people that came walking by the car, just like flipping. Yeah, and I'm
flipping
just like,
you off?
Yeah, and I mean, I don't acknowledge it. You guys, my stream's hearing this for the very first time. Because I'm having a conversation right now, so please just disregard this. But it's frustrating because I feel like it is disrespectful to the people that have worked tirelessly to put on these events. And it's something where, like, when I've been run out of almost every event in Milwaukee, and I missed filming.
Once you get that label, it's kind of hard to get rid of that.
No, but Kimberly Motley's my attorney, and they were like, call her in this. And so I got basically the approval from the people that were organizing, and it's these outliers that are coming up. And she was like, have them FaceTime me, have them call me. Like, you know, I was arrested in Kenosha, I went to jail, and it's just, I'm like, you guys, I feel bad because the second demand you guys have on your list is for 100% use of body cams. So you should have more live streamers. You should not care because you don't trust the police, but you're also advocating for them to have cameras, which in essence will be of your face. And so it doesn't make sense that if you start, because once you get that label, yes, but streamers across the country now are getting run out of everywhere. It's like you can't have it both ways.
Again, I look at things from a different perspective because of my involvement and my experience. So one thing that I have noticed, for instance, 2016, there was this viral video from the uprising in Sherman Park surrounding Seville shooting, where they were saying that people were saying, get the white people. But actually what had happened, and see, it's perspective. Me being in the middle of it, I know why that happened. But people who saw what was happening thought that's what was happening. They thought that we were just chasing any white person that we saw. But what it was there was media who was lingering around out there who was filming people destroying stuff. And when they noticed that they were doing that, they started to chase them. So when people who were just standing around saw them do that, in their mind it was, oh, we getting all the white people. So somebody actually said that, and people started to do it. So it's a perspective. You do have people who be in the middle. Like, for instance, the stuff that happened in Tulsa recently. There was a guy who was in the middle of the crowd, and I don't think they knew he was there, or they may have thought he was part of them. But in all actuality, he was filming the looting, the stuff from the gas station. So now they see this video, and they're like, who the hell's this dude? You know, and now they're even more distrustful about people they don't know, people with cameras. Because, you know, so I look at it from both, because I live stream, and I have to be very conscious of what I film and what I don't film. Those are conversations that we have to have with, you know, some of the protesters about, you know, don't record when we're coming up with different strategies and which route we're going to take and stuff like that. It's kind of like, and again, these are everyday people. A lot of these people who are involved in the movement right now are very, very new. They just started protesting. So they're coming from wherever they're coming from. They have limited experience, and they have a lot of distrust. So, you know, you have to know the crowd that you're dealing with. You have to know, just like I'm an activist. I come out here to Kenosha. I'm not leading anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing any interviews. But you have people who will come out here and do that. And guess what'll happen? They'll get ran out. They'll be like, we don't want you here. This movement, this work, it can be very territorial, especially here in Wisconsin. So I get it. And I will tell you, don't be discouraged. But I'm an activist. Everybody knows me. Everybody, I live stream a lot. People see who I am and what I do, and I still have people say that type of shit about me. And I started out with 3 federal charges. It went to 5, and then it went to 7. And people still will say, I'm a fucking informant. I'm like, how? Like, they don't keep piling charges on somebody who's working for them, you know? So, I mean, it just, you know, you have to, it's just one of those things. It's an unfortunate time, you know?
Right. No, I hear what you're saying, and I agree wholeheartedly with everything you're saying. And
We're in Racine now,
I think what means a lot is when the people that do stop and say, well, like pull you aside and say, well, let's talk, let's hear both sides.
So
the thing
we are
is,
in
if they
Racine.
said, do you mind to stop streaming?
We're over by the Regency Mall.
Absolutely, and that's
So,
the thing is that if out here, like,
we have officially made it from Kenosha to Racine.
You know, and to amplify Black voices and to highlight that they are not treated equally and that disproportionately are targeted by police and within the system. And then you have people that, for the most part, usually they want to are white and say, you can't be here, you can't this, and they don't want to hear you out. And I was like, isn't that like the antithesis of what you're trying to do, is to say, like, we need to come to the table and start asking these hard questions. And so you can ask the hard questions, but can we find a middle ground? Because the thing is, it's usually met with, you get the fuck out now or we're going to break your ear or break your face. Which is like, what does that do? Like, what does that, and the best part is when they're like, we heard this, and so that it's no different than saying, well, I heard that Black people are dangerous, so therefore they're dangerous. Like, it just this group think that people, and so it's discouraging for me in the sense that if we're in the midst of what is supposed to be asking the hard questions and truly understanding a culture that's different than ours, but we're not, like, are we really growing? And that's because I always sound like I'm literally just trying to be an ally. That's all I want to do. So, like, I remember one of the people in Seattle at one point was like, I heard you're an informant. I was like, oh God, here we go. And he's like, are you? I was like, no. And he's like, okay, if you're not an informant, he goes, walk down the street on your knees and like for the next block. I said, okay. And I was like so desperate to be like, I'm so tired of that. I go, okay, but can I do it on the grass? And he goes, and then he like pumped fists with me and it was over. But it was like he was just trying to like test my like willingness to be whatever. But this is your great opportunity to get out and let you try. Do you want to get out or do you want me to get out?
You ready to switch? Jump out.
It's up to you. Do you have your Gatorade? Do you have your snacks?
Yes.
All right.
Well, hopefully I'll run into you again.
I'll stay out all the way till 6 p.m.
All right,
tomorrow.
you guys.
Okay.
All right.
Getting out and walking.
Be safe.
Remember to hit the emergency brake to move the car.
Okay. Hold on, you guys. I'm turning that for you. Oh, faux fucks, Judy. Guys, if you're watching this on a restream, it's Katie. Yes, Sarah, I'm by myself now. Look at you guys right there. See that truck with the people in the back? They're staring at me. That's us. GJ's crew. I wasn't totally wrong. Yeah. I don't know if we're almost. Hey, Jennifer. Yeah, that's right, Eric. Oh no, Jason, 3 hours. Okay, sleep well. Okay, for those of you guys that just came on, we are we started in Kenosha, Wisconsin at 1:30 this morning, which I do not own the rights to this music. And we are marching to, and as you can see, and also in a car brigade, to Milwaukee. It's 36 miles. We will arrive tomorrow later today at 6 p.m. And the organizers of this march are also have coordinated with the police, and the police are holding the line in front and behind and in some of the intersections. And earlier tonight, when we all met up before we started marching, it's on my live actually, the police and one of the leaders were speaking, and that was a really cool moment. It was the first time in the 6 months I've been doing this where I've seen two sides talking, and it was completely civil. They were talking about logistics, about keeping everyone safe, and it was like it was amazing, you guys. It gave me a lot of hope, and especially considering that it was Kenosha sheriffs and the leaders here, and one of the organizers tonight being Justin Blake, the uncle of Jacob Blake, who was shot 7 times in the back. And that was August 24th. It is now October 20th, and you have both sides talking. So that is incredible. 1999. Let's see what there's. We have gone. Thanks, Kevin. Oh, jeez. You guys, what type of trouble? Too much. Oh. Wait, is Betty White in here? Do we have, man, I miss, I know, I think Betty White she's asleep, probably. It's a little late. If we could pin that I don't own the rights to this music, that would be amazing, because I don't. So then you also have the Reverend Jesse Jackson is going to be marching with us. There's a basketball team that's, I think, coming out or has some sort of involvement as well. And then you have the music you're hearing is from, basically it's a Sprinter van, kind of looks like the snack van, and they go around, they're from LA, and they go around kind of DJing and bringing music to protests. And then we have a school bus, which is that brings basketball to protests around the country, and they're also from, oh hey Ray, they are, sorry, thanks Jennifer, the Bucks, thank you. They're telling people, anybody that needs to, okay, so you can see the group right there, they're telling them anybody that needs to make a quick stop at the bathroom to cross the street. The Hoop Bus. Yes, and in the post above the live of this on my page, the katiekatie.live, has all of the links to the Hoop Bus, the music. You guys, and look, you have the police right there that are blocking the intersection for the protesters. What happened in Milwaukee, Jennifer? The march is ending in Milwaukee. You guys, it's gonna say broadcast interrupted really fast. I have to do one thing.
No, not right
We
now.
have Gatorade too. Water, are you good? Are you staying warm?
Yeah.
Good. Good. Pretty much, Kevin. Okay. Oh, that way. Thank you. Oh.
Everybody in the right lane, we're going to pull out. Don't move yet, fam. We got to put the police in front of us. Hang on.
Okay, look. Okay. Police are holding the line, you guys, and we're about to move out. You're amazing. Thank you. Thank you. You guys, look. They got soup. I got to run back to the car now. What? Did you get some soup? Oh, you're good? Okay. Yeah.
All right. Everybody
stay warm. I go back.
Let's stay tight together. Look out for each other. Please
got the hoop bus, you guys. Wow, the soup is so hot. You guys, that was perfect timing. That was not 5 minutes. They said 5 minutes. That's okay. Sorry. 1 second. Whoops. Hold them. Oh, helps when you take the parking brake off. What are you doing?
Oh, you got it? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you went over there somewhere.
I did. I'm fast. Did you want back in the car?
Made it sound like she left the car.
I did leave the car. Did you want back in? Wait, do you want in the car?
No, I thought you had said you left the car.
No, that literally they came. They
cars moving, so
no,
I was like, oh.
they came down all the cars. Like, you have 5. They're like, there's soup. I was like, well, like, I'm in the car. I can't. They're like, no, you have 5 minutes.
I seen cars moving. I said,
I know. And then they're like, and then I went up there. They're like, cars moving. I'm like, I'm out. I gotta go back. Oh, that's one of my pants. All right, you guys. Let's do this. Wow. Nothing like hot soup. All right, for anybody just joining, we're going from Kenosha to Milwaukee, and the police have coordinated with the leaders, and they are holding the line for this march. It is currently 3:20 in the morning. We will arrive at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Where is everybody watching from? It's always my favorite question. Zombie. Okay, Julius, are you keeping this list? I did see the purple flag, Jennifer. I know I didn't. No, Sarah, they're we got some in the gas station, and they were kind of all spread out. Ooh, what is that? Oh, it's cauliflower. Wow, it's healthy. North Carolina, sweet. Indiana, oh my gosh, the farm, wow. Colorado, oh wow. Wisconsin, oh Syracuse, oh that sounds amazing. Live stream, no big. Oh, wow. That's amazing, Jennifer. I had no idea. I don't own the rights to the soup. Thank you. Okay, thanks, Julius. Okay, so the soup was almost tasted like a butternut squash with some cauliflower. What do you think the cauliflower and kale or something, and some carrots, and then some sort of grain. It was a I don't even know. Oh, South Carolina, St. Louis. I've always wanted to go to St. Louis. Oh, thanks. 3:45. I can't remember, you guys. Last time when I went past the 4-hour mark, did the stream cut or did it let me keep going? It's telling me that I'm almost at the 4-hour mark, you guys, and so I'm gonna have to. You guys, I'm gonna have to cut the feed. I'm at 3:45 and come right back. So if you want to just come, like, literally give me like 2 minutes or 3. I'm gonna cut the feed and I'm gonna come right back. All right, Theater Light's back. Goodbye.